Song is loud as shit. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, hello. How's everyone doing? Of course, an ad break starts right there because I'm kind of garbage when it comes to my keeping everything going.
It's all good. It's all good, Shirai. It's all good.
I have like
Let
3 minute ad breaks, Razor. It's bad. It's really bad. Anyways. Anyways.
Let me get some background music going on here.
Now, what do we got for background music?
Here I got full-time jazz music. Some relaxing jazz.
Basically, that is everything that I use on... Like, that is what I use for all of my streams. Just straight up.
Feeling so you don't. Hey, Cody.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easier that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, otherwise, it's too much trouble. It's too much trouble. It's very weird not having an extra person here.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I mean, welcome to episode 0, the very much first episode of this show, everybody.
No, let me shut up, feelings. Yes, hello, everybody. Thanks for calling me Beardy Cody. But yes, welcome. This is episode 0 of Schizzo Sessions. Canonically, this is episode 0. Although this is technically episode 5. We never really did a proper introduction episode, and because we weren't able to get a hold of a guest this week due to complications going on with both me and Shiroi right now, outside.
What can I say? We're both really lazy.
It's not that we're lazy. It's just I have a lot going on. You know, you're in the middle of moving. I've been dealing with work.
Maybe, but still.
This is how it is. But yeah, hello everybody. Hello.
So
hopefully the music is nice and comfy.
How's everyone's day been?
Yeah, hopefully y'all had a good day. No, it's not because we're lazy, Cody. Okay. No, it's just hard to get a hold of people. Some of the people we wanted on for this week.
Everybody says Saturday, but we're like Friday.
Yeah, I can't Saturdays due to work and all.
I'm not excited for tomorrow though.
You like to speak for yourself. I am a lot lazy. I know. I'm relaxed. I am relaxed. I'm here with you guys. That's my way of relaxing. But yeah. Right. So we do have a list of questions planned here.
It's a very long list, and in all honesty, I don't really know how Razor pulled it all together.
I don't know either.
Or maybe I blacked out during the entire conversation that led to this because I was freaking talking to various hotels in the area trying to figure out what the best option I have is.
Listen, honestly, Shirai, life takes priority. Oh, ads. Let's wait for the ads to stop.
Yeah, by the way, Razor, one thing I've learned about Twitch, uh, if if you manually play ads on there, it actually makes them slightly less intrusive, I think. There's also an option in the settings for it to be able to get informed in
Oh,
chat
it cut
when an
out
ad's
mid-ad.
starting.
So this episode will be recorded for YouTube. So some of the stuff here is going to be cut out.
Maybe I should have been record. Maybe I should have started recording as well.
Nah, it's okay. It's
No,
okay.
well,
Well, that's why we have the VOD. But
it'll
yeah.
be a big file otherwise.
Oh yes, yes, yes. So let's start again. So hello and good evening. Welcome to episode 0 Schizzo Sessions. This is an introductory episode to the both of us. I'm Razorwind. I am a tactical wolf VTuber, and I'm here with co-host Natsu Shirai.
Yes, I'm Shiroi, and I'm a dragon. Doesn't
Yes.
do any questionable things, never.
Oh, nice, Cody. Thank you. Also, if you hear us talking to people, it's because we're talking to our chat. We're recording this live. So for those of you on YouTube who are confused, that is why.
I mean, I don't
Hey,
think they'll
Mark.
be overly confused, but that's just me.
How you doing, Mark? I'm doing all right. We're just doing an introductory episode to Schizo Sessions because we weren't able to get a guest this week. But yeah, so let's go off the list here. Yeah, that was way too
Alright.
fucking dumb.
So, who are you people? We can check that one off, I think.
Yeah, we pretty much just introduced ourselves. So next question. I think we should go back and forth with these questions.
Okay.
So what kind of content do you do? Sure, I'll let you go first.
Oh, I missed you. Let me go first. Okay. I mostly just do live streams. I kind of just stream whatever. I've also been dabbling a little bit in the in singing, but that hasn't come to fruition yet. Maybe down the line it will, but we'll
Gotcha.
see. We'll see. All right, Razor. What kind of content do you do then?
Well, if it isn't obvious from my getup, as I said earlier, I'm a tactical VTuber. I mainly do mostly military themed games, so shooters, milsims, RTS type games. My content is more aimed towards, um, people who are very much into military hardware, technology, history, that type of thing. But I also play like various different RPG games, mainly in science fiction settings. So like Fallout. I did play a little bit of Starfield. I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoyed it first couple days playing it, but after a while it just got boring because like the music is very sleepy and it makes me very sleepy. So I kind of don't like that. It's got like that sleepy atmosphere to it. Um, I also like Mass Effect. I am thinking of doing the Mass Effect series.
0 out of 10 needs more cosmic horror.
Yeah, right.
Not enough tentacles.
I also like I like to do open world survival games, but I haven't done those in a while. We did do Valheim together for a little bit, but that series kind of fell apart, um, both figuratively and literally. And then
I'm sad we weren't able to destroy the house. Honestly, that would have been a fun
yeah, that would have been fun. But yeah, the other type of content that I'm trying to do again is hobby streams where I'm hand painting Warhammer miniatures. I'm making kit bashes of different, you know, gunpla and things like that nature. I did do a gunpla stream a while back, but the table that I was using for that, my brother's desk broke and he needed something to put all of his computer shit on, so he went kind of acquired my desk. I mean, he asked politely. I let him use it. By the way, brother, you still owe me a desk. Or not a desk, a table. So, yeah.
I mean, I think you could find one over at Walmart for like $15.
There's no Walmart near me.
Seriously?
You know you live in a shithole where there's not even a Walmart nearby.
I guess they looted it too much. It happens.
No, it's not even that. There used to be a fucking Kmart here. Kmart's terrible. I always called it Kmart because everything there is cheap and it falls apart. It's crappy.
IKEA?
Yeah. No, not IKEA. No, Kmart.
Honestly, IKEA's only really where upper class places are. Yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Also, welcome, Kogane. How's your day been?
I would like to build one, Cody, if I had the money and the mind, not the mind power. I guess. Well, no. I guess you need the mental fortitude to like write up the fucking schematics and shit. But no, if I had the money and the manpower and the fucking equipment, I'd do it.
I mean, let me think. Let's see. Like that's like a slab of wood, 4 planks, and a box of nails.
Going off that fucking Minecraft logic. Oh god.
Nah, man, nah, it ain't Minecraft logic. It's just like I don't know engineering, but hey, this I guess it'll work.
Oh my god.
It ain't gonna be pretty to look at, but it should at least work.
Dear Lord. Yeah. Next question, Shira.
All right. What is your target audience?
I think I already wait. Oh yeah, I did write that question down. Sorry, I thought of my target audience. I think I already said is just like young men and women who are into military stuff. You know, weapons, tanks, different types of military vehicles. Thing. And that's pretty much usually what a lot of my followers are. A lot of them are military enthusiasts or science fiction enthusiasts. So I'd say I did a good job at attracting my target audience. How about you, Shiroi?
My target audience was probably one of the worst ones I could have chosen as a VTuber. Mostly going for a lot of I mean, of course, it's mostly probably going to be a primarily male audience. Mostly just because, you know, that's kind of what my sort of archetype typically appeals most to. I mean, no, you're not. It's just like, I'm generally trying to appeal a bit to the siscon, lolicon crowd. You gotta understand how this stuff goes.
Hi, FBI.
The FBI agent crowd. You gotta understand what you're going to do. Unfortunately, it's a terrible idea to do that because as a VTuber, it's like, it's such a competitive field, like with that particular crowd where it's like,
is.
I mean, I'm basically competing with top of the class at this point, so it's like, doesn't matter. Most of them are already taken as far as fans go, so. But hey, what few I do get will gladly sacrifice a goat in my name, which is all I ask for.
Dear Lord. Well, yeah, part of your lore is that you're a cult leader, so. So, next question. What got you into streaming, Jirai?
What got me into streaming? It's a really interesting question. Because I kind of did it. Okay. We all saw the video that Fia made. That how to be a VTuber video.
Yes.
Alright, you know that one? You know that
That's
one?
the one that helped me. If you're watching this, you're probably not. Thank you.
She's definitely not, because I don't think she'd want to associate with us. But...
yeah.
This is the worst show on the internet for a reason.
Yes, this is true. Also, last episode was pretty fucking spicy, so...
And it was a wonderful episode. Definitely our finest.
It was. Ginny was a wonderful guest. She was an absolute joy to have on.
Wait, but Ginny didn't show up, hasn't shown up yet because it's October currently. We don't have her on until November 5th, yeah.
No, what the fuck? Oh fuck, that's a missed opportunity. We should have made a for Vendetta joke on that episode. Oh well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because 5th of November, Anonymous...
No, it was November 3rd. It was November 3rd.
Oh, it was November 3rd, yeah, because Anonymous, they like to jerk themselves off the 5th of November, like, oh my god, remember the 5th of November.
Wasn't that a freaking authoritarian sort of thing, too? It wasn't even like it was an anarchist thing. Like the guy just wanted to change who was in power, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had something to do with, I think it was like a coup to overthrow the Church of England or some shit like that. I don't know the whole thing.
What got me into streaming? So, it all started back in 2012, or no, 2018. Well, if you want to go even further back, it all started when I discovered the internet. No, it wasn't the 5th. I really wanted to be able... I always wanted to entertain people. And then one day, I saw some clips of Corone.
Oh no.
Yeah, and just... I fell in love with the aesthetic. You know?
You are finger.
Yeah, no, I fell in love with the aesthetic and just, I really wanted to... I decided to give it my shot, so... Then, the Fia video got recommended to me, and it's Then, 2 years later, I'm finally out of the apartment that I was sharing with my sister. So I'm able to finally be out on my own, have some real privacy, and I decided to get into streaming.
This is very important. I think that's the number one important commodity to have if you're going to be...
Privacy.
Some people unfortunately don't have that luxury, especially with how shitty this economy is getting. Some people are in some really shitty living situations, and
I may or may not have that privacy pretty soon myself, because I'm gonna be living in a hotel, so it's gonna be fun.
I mean, you still got 4 walls and a door with a lock on it, so...
Fair enough. But at the same time, I don't want to risk getting kicked out of my place just because I'm being too loud.
That's understandable.
Anyways, Razor, what got you into streaming?
Oh, fuck. For me, so, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always wanted to do content creation. Even before I enlisted in the military, so, even when I was, a teenager. I remember, I think the first YouTubers that I really started watching was Smosh back in the day.
Ooh,
and I thought it was... Yeah, I know.
You dated yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was a little kid when I discovered Smosh.
Listen, I'm 32, alright? Give me a fucking break. But yeah. So I watched Smosh back in the day. And I think Rich Alvarez, before he became a pretentious douchebag and did nothing but e-begging than actually making fucking content. But I always wanted to get into content creation. It's just I never had the resources to it. I never had regular access to the internet. The only time I had access to the internet was when I went to go visit my dad on the weekend. My parents were divorced. So it was every other weekend I got to go see my dad. He had regular access to the internet. Didn't really have regular access to the internet at home. Also, didn't really have access to a computer or any of the equipment I needed. Not only that, but when the trend of not VTubers, I'm sorry, YouTubers getting doxxed and ending up on places like Kiwi Farms and shit like that, it really discouraged me, right? I didn't want to show my actual face. I did do a Let's Play channel for a little while. You're never gonna find it because I deleted it. But it was bad. It was really fucking cringe.
My
I even had like little
channels exist still.
I have text that would pop up during my Let's Plays to make fun of how bad of a fucking content creator I was. And some people liked it. They thought it was funny that I was self-aware that I was a shitty Let's Player at the time. And I said some things in my Let's Plays that you can no longer say now.
Alright, Razor, first letter only, what'd you say?
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. No, nothing that bad. Not that bad, but just...
Razor, you gotta understand. The imagination always makes it that bad.
No, I said... There was a lot of abortion jokes and things like that.
Oh, yikes.
Yes, it was pretty fucking edgy. Anyway, we're gonna move on. But yeah, fast forward to 2020, the pandemic was going on. I was going through a really rough time. And then 2021, that rough time got even worse. I was in a really deep depressive state. People who I thought were my friends abandoned me. They all ghosted me. Didn't even tell me why. They just ghosted me. And I kind of put two and two together. It was because of, well, there was a certain thing that happened in 2020 at the end of 2020 November, and then a certain thing that happened in January the next year in 2021. And yeah, they kind of accused me of being supportive of what happened, and we're not going to get into it. I think you guys can fill in the dots.
Ain't life just great these days?
Yeah, so I was super fucking depressed. Right around that time is when Hololive English first debuted.
I swear, 2020 made the VTubing industry.
Oh, it did. It fucking did.
Like,
and during that time, I was watching Maury. I was watching Amelia Watson, and this is kind of what I did at the end of the day. Anytime I had a shitty day at work, I came home, I kicked back, I watched Maury or Amelia, and just had a couple beers and just relaxed. That's how I just spent the end of my day. I would listen to them in the background while I was playing games and shit on my shitty little laptop.
Wow, you went really parasocial there. I mean, I just saw clips, but like...
No, it was just something to listen to in the background, And then, there were clip compilations and stuff like that. But then, I remember... I think what really got me to want to do it myself as a VTuber, right? I never really liked the idea of live streaming because I felt like if you do everything live, there's all the scuff, there's all the fuck-ups and mistakes, and you can't really, just edit it like you can when you're filming I keep saying VTube. A YouTube video, But seeing how much fun that, a lot of the Hollow live streamers seem to have, and then I also started using Twitch, seeing some of before they were even VShojo, like Silvervale and Project Melody and Iron Mouse and all them, back when they did the Loopcast together. Back when it was the three of them and not just Melody. It was, I was like, I might actually give this a try. And I was a little discouraged at first because of it's mostly women. And it'd be kind of weird for a guy to be a VTuber. Like, are there even male VTubers? And it was kind of hard to find them. And then Merriweather came on for an interview on Loopcast. I was like, oh, so guys can be VTubers, and he seems pretty successful, so maybe I have a shot too. And he did it as an indie. He didn't even sign up with a corporation. And then I remember one day at work, I was having a really shitty day. I was like depressed. I was listening to like a clip compilation of Maury, and Maury was talking about a really shitty waiting job she had, right? And she kind of like reflected back on that, how far she came. She went from being a waitress who was getting drinks thrown in her face by asshole customers, and now here she is working for a major VTuber company, doing what she loves, making music, and getting signed to like, Universal Japan for a record deal and everything. And I was been over 2 fucking years.
It's been nearly 3 years since I started. Like,
Yeah, and
isn't that,
Hero,
like... Huh?
you were the first friend I made.
Yeah,
You were the
you
first
were the
VTuber I
I
befriended.
think you are among the first I made as well. I can't remember specifically that was, that came first, because I met a lot of people in the FIA Discord who I'm still
Yeah,
friends with now,
yeah,
but...
that, yeah, that is where I met you, through the FIA Discord. Yeah, I remember that. And
You
back
didn't really
then, you
interact
weren't
on
even a
it too
dragon.
much.
You were a fox VTuber.
Yeah, that was mostly me trying to figure stuff out and, like, because Viroid's kind of weird and all that.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I didn't realize how unhinged you were.
No one
You were
ever
very
does.
back in the day, in the beginning. You were actually really tame. You were really, really tame.
Yeah, it's because I got comfortable. That's what happened. I freaking got comfortable. Anyways, what is the next question?
The next question, I can't remember. Were you the one who asked the last question, or was that me? I think that was me.
I asked the
Yeah, it
last
was
question,
me.
I think so.
No, no,
I don't
I
know.
asked the last
I
question.
feel like our
Okay,
format
so
here is kind of weird. I'll be real with you. But
yeah, I know. Well, it's kind of weird when we're interviewing each other.
it is.
Uh, so next question is, what are your aspirations as a content creator?
Thank you for the follow, Sky Warden. Sorry, what was that?
Said, what are your aspirations as a content creator?
This is a bit of a difficult one. Because, I think a lot of people know I take my content very seriously.
Oh, do I know it?
I want to make sure that it's all as good as it possibly can be. Because I want to make things that are genuinely something that a person can enjoy. Rather than just being something as basic as, no. No, this is coming out wrong.
You're talking about like something as basic as like one of those like monotone Let's Players.
I don't want my content to just be the same old every day. I don't want it to turn into a routine where I just hit go live and get stuff out of it. It's one of those things where I realized I really don't care about numbers at the end of the day.
Same here.
I can have all the numbers in the world and I'm still gonna be incredibly upset with myself if a stream ends poorly. If anything, I'll feel worse because then I have more pressure that's keeping me, feeling uh like like that. I want to be able to like do more with it. I want to be able to make some things that can be genuinely enjoyed long after it's over. It's a part of why I really wanted to get into stuff like singing mostly. Like I'm not very musically gifted. I didn't really grow up with that sort of, like in an environment where learning an instrument was something that would really happen, but I always loved
Yeah,
singing, you know?
singing is fun. I actually used to do. I did chorus back in
Yeah, I started off
elementary
a lot.
school and middle school.
A lot of my stuff was choir stuff. Um, Let me think. I sang a lot growing up. Oh geez, like it's one of those things where it was so intrinsic to me back in the day, But like these days, it's such a, it's an old love that I've rekindled, you know? And I really want to be able to share that with people in a more defined form, not necessarily just in the a bit scuff life performances that, you know, may not be the most impressive thing. Like I do legitimately want to be able to have like actually produced stuff be made at some point.
Yeah, I need to get around to making YouTube videos.
Problem
Like
is
clips on YouTube.
Problem is learning how to make music sound good in post is
Yeah, mastering is
very difficult.
very difficult. You have to know somebody who's actually like really good at it.
I mean, I need to sit down one of these nights and just, you know, tap away at it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Aside from
Yeah,
that
it is
though,
what
I
it
really
is.
want to be able to I really want to be able to just, you know, get better stuff made in general, more offline content, that sort of thing.
I need to do the
A
same
little
thing.
bit of voice acting here and there as well. That's another thing I've I got another bit of an interest in, but a bit to a lesser degree, I suppose, than the other stuff.
I'd
But
like to get into
yeah,
voice acting.
so Razor, what are your aspirations as a content creator?
One of my aspirations, honestly, I want to be consistent. I want to.
Also, welcome, Action. How's your day been?
I want to be able to be consistent. I want to always make sure my content is improving, not the same shitty quality. I try to improve my quality. Um, I will be honest though, I have been a bit stagnant lately, where it's just been gaming streams, and I do want to branch off and do other types of content as well to like mix it in. Like I had an idea
Oh, jeez. I
for
hope everything's good on your end.
like I wanted to do more hobby streams, like I said. But I think the big thing I really want, I want to like my goal. I'm trying to reach 1K followers. I know there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to meet that goal at the end of this year, but I do want to by the end of next year.
Ah, you never know. You could get a shout out by, I don't know, V or something.
Hey, babe, we'll see. We'll see. That's wishful thinking. That is very wishful thinking. But no, like I would like to eventually at some point, which it's wishful thinking. I'm still, looking into doing things like going back to school for a trade and things like that. But if I ever had the opportunity to stream full time, like enough not to not have to worry about bills or anything like that, just not nothing crazy, right? Just like just a simple apartment.
Certainly would be nice to not have to worry about it anymore.
Like I would like to meet some of the streamers that I do admire. Like Merryweather, I'd like to meet him at some point, maybe collab with him. Same goes for like Whiskey Project, who's a tactical VTuber. She actually inspired me to do the rebrand from originally I was a Space Knight VTuber. For those of you who don't know, for those who have followed me recently, I used to be a Space Knight. I was a Space Crusader, and then I felt like because of the religious iconography and all that, and not only that, just like the backstory for the character, it just didn't fit my personality. I have more of a military background, so I wanted something that focused more on that. So I play a lot of military games. Wishy, the project were also tactical VTubers. I,
Jeez, that must have been a bit awkward. Just
what
following right
awkward?
as the rebrand happens.
Yeah, you follow me right as I rebrand. I think it was like right as I changed over to a wolf YouTuber. Okay.
And many furry jokes were made after and still be made
Yes,
to
yes,
this
they were.
day.
Well, you know what? You know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. Yes, I am a fucking furry. No, I don't get involved with the yif yif woo fucking degenerate piss on everybody, wear a diaper type group. No. No.
At
I
that
I
point,
just
can you really be a furry, though?
not really. No, you can there are subsects to every culture, every subculture. I just kind of chose to stay within my own circle of people who I know that are furries that don't do that degenerate shit. So yeah.
Yeah, like Forrest said, he's a degenerate only in
Uh,
private. And I
well,
guess a little
yes,
bit in
he
public.
doesn't go and like throwing everyone's fucking faces.
Not like he could, but you know. Anyways.
But yeah.
Yeah, but David over here says blowing up is 90% luck. Focus on the main things to survive and get by. If it happens, it happens. That is
Exactly,
very
Bunny David.
true.
I agree with that.
It's just,
Yeah,
it's
this is also
difficult.
true, Action Master. Honestly, I just don't care anymore. I'm at that age. I'm like 32. I don't care. I don't fucking care what people think. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
live my
that's...
whole life pretending to be something I'm not just to appease people. Because, I'm afraid of getting made fun of. I just don't care anymore.
I know it is for me too, honestly. I'm happy that I learned it when I did, but it would have been nice if I learned it sooner.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It
But hey, I
is
don't
what
care
it
anymore.
is.
I at least feel vaguely confident in my ability at things. Just want to pay our bills and save up for a house, but in this economy and baby boomers hoarding the wealth, it's near impossible.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
the boomers fucked us all.
Yeah, and the best part is not only are they hoarding the wealth, they're also going to waste it all going off to die in Florida.
Well, it's like, what was it fucking Sam Hines said about boomers? He said, pretty much all these old fuckers want to do, they just want to sit around and watch TV and be comfortable until they die.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the TV, they love the TV because the TV was the first thing to like lie to them and tell them, "Oh no, you're a fucking great person. You're not a piece of shit at all." No,
I
fuck,
I watched
fuck
that
self
entire
improvement.
thing. I watched that entire thing. It's just
I
like,
just saw
oh my
that too.
god, he sums up the baby boomers so perfectly.
Yeah,
Just
like
like those. Uh,
the man is fucking unhinged. But like, you gotta admit, the man, he is actually a fairly intelligent individual. If you look past all the crazy shit that he says, you know, and people don't understand. Like, half the shit he says is all satire and him playing a character. It's just like filthy Frank, right? Except he doesn't drop character on camera ever.
I mean, I don't think Frank really dropped character too much, but you
And
know.
Joji did a few times. He did a
Every
few
so
times.
often he would, but like, you know. And nowadays he's a completely different character entirely. And I don't even know I don't even know what the guy's real name is. I don't even know what the real George? I don't know. I
It's
don't even know what the
George,
real guy
yeah.
is. Huh?
His real name is George Miller.
Hey, don't dox him like that. Come on.
Oh no, he fucking said it. Okay, it's not a dox if he fucking said it himself on fucking camera. But yeah, let's see.
No,
Where
but seriously,
were
but unironically though, dude is very like really based. And I'd say he had
uh,
one of the cleanest content creator exits in internet history.
well, see, he didn't do what iDubbbz did, where he shat on his whole fan
The
base.
cleanest freaking breaking away from everything in the past to go and create something new and then succeed at that new thing entirely. It's like, it's admirable.
It is.
Worst thing Filthy Frank did was try to feed his friend a rat.
Oh my god. I don't want to
Filthy
remember that.
Frank, he's a wild one.
Yeah, really. So next question.
Now he's
I don't know why.
do you even
I
know
don't know why I
his?
wrote this. It's pretty much the same fucking question.
Yeah, I
What
guess
are
so.
your plans for the near future?
I mean, I guess if you want to talk about
That's
my
different.
what it is
Well,
that
that's,
I, sorry.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I guess if you wanted to go over what it is that I plan on doing in the near future, survive. This
Yeah,
winter's not
survival is
gonna be
always
easy for
important.
me, guys.
Let me
Survival
pray
is the
for you.
best I can do.
Yeah.
As for like, after that, I suppose I mostly just want to be. I also want to start like saving up money so I can get a new RV.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, like I want something that I can rely on to get me where I'm going.
Hey, if any of you out there watching this happen to be an oil baron or a sheik out in Saudi Arabia, and you happen to like cute anime girls, can you please hook this little dragon lolly up with a new RV, some RV money, please and thank you.
It doesn't even have to be nice. It just has to be tolerable. I'll deal with the rat problem myself.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I don't have it in me to kill them, but like I'll trap them and let them go.
If you lived during the time of the Black Plague, I feel like you'd be one of the first people to die.
I have a very good immune system, Razor.
Oh, okay. I mean, I do too.
Hi.
Like, I'll get sick,
What's
but
your
I
name,
don't get,
party
like,
boss?
sick. Hello, party boss. How are you? So, let me help you on your end. I'm gonna give shoutouts to people in your chat.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome. Bunny
But
David is
yeah,
also a streamer as
I
well.
always forget to shout people out. I'm sorry.
That's why you got me here. Yeah, see, that's the
But
thing,
yeah,
right? For you introverts out there, if you want to, be more social, just, and I'll walk upon an extrovert like me and I'll adopt you.
anyways, Razor, what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future. Okay, so right now, in the near future, um, definitely, right now, I am trying to put away money to hopefully, hopefully move out by the end of the year, by the end of next year. Well, in terms of my personal life, but in terms of content creation, I certainly want to mix up my content more. I think what I'm going to do is more hobby streams. Absolutely, something I've been wanting to do again for a very long time. Just haven't had the energy or the time to set up, everything. Plus, I need another new table to do that shit. Thinking about getting another camera, like a special kind, just for those type of streams where the hand cam, watching me put the shit together. Yeah. Another thing I do want to try is streams that are kind of like a more of an educational kind of setup, right? Like talking about history and things of that nature. And I am also thinking of doing like a donathon to raise money for a Live 2D model, because I do want to upgrade to Live 2D, hopefully by the end of next year. These are more New Year's resolutions than anything.
It's really freaking expensive, Razor.
It really is. That's why I want to do a fucking donut.
My model cost me nearly $5,000.
Oh well, the person I have in mind, they're charging like 800, rigging included.
That ain't
So,
bad. Yeah. By the way, I'm also just gonna say, okay, thing is action over, the holiday season of 2021. I made a lot of money. And, I mean, I made a lot of money.
She made a shitload of money. She didn't just make a lot of money, she made a shitload of money.
You can argue that maybe spending it on a VTuber model is probably not the smartest idea. And I guess in hindsight, it probably wasn't. But at the same time, I admit...
Nice.
It is what it is.
You know,
my artist does very good work, though.
She does exceptional work. Yeah, it's exactly, Cody. It's your money. Spend it how you want it.
I know, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like, but here I am now. I'm like, you know, I really need to get a new RV. I'm in debt now.
Yeah, being in debt is not fun. Let's see.
You know, just kick the can down the road enough. Also, I'm just gonna say, Razor, we've got a lot of questions here, so I think we might have to skip a couple here and there.
Yeah, no, we need to get the ball rolling here. So, what do you like about being a VTuber?
What do I like? What do I like? I like the aesthetic.
The aesthetic is always good.
I like the anonymity. I don't like people knowing much about me. I like being able to just play a character, you know? Even if it is probably more me than anything else. It's fun to just be able to feel like I can kind of just let loose with very few consequences for what happens afterwards.
It's also true.
So yeah,
for me...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, go.
For me... I would say about the same, yeah. I like the anonymity. I like not having to show my face. Makes it harder for people to dox me. I enjoy the friends that I've made in this community. I've made so many fucking friends. Like, I gotta say, a lot of the people I've met are people who I feel like I trust more. Some of the people I know. Like, just some of the relationships I've formed with people. You know, viewers I've met and hung out with and talked with. Fellow content creators who I've met, befriended. It's been a really amazing journey. And I hope to meet more people and have more fond memories with people in the future. That's something that I've really enjoyed. You know, starting out with this, I never expected anybody to really show up to my streams or watch me. Maybe like 2 or 3. But, you know, it's crazy the amount of people who have shown up that have taken the time out of their day my content, and it makes me feel like there are times where I do feel like I don't deserve the attention that I have. You know?
Know that feel.
I feel like we all deal with that, though. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, so then we go on to the next question. So what do you hate about being a VTuber? Or what are things about VTubing that you dislike in terms of, like, the community?
There's really not much in general that I hate about being a VTuber. I guess for me, my biggest issue with being a VTuber is the people that you get associated with.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people, especially like when it comes to like people on Twitter, where it's like, I don't like that these people are considered in just as much the same community as I am, And it's really kind of made me realize that VTubing has no real identity, you know? I'm a bit of a purist.
Oh, that I understand.
I suppose you can say. I'm a bit of a
Right.
purist.
I would say.
Also, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. You can just keep going ahead with your answer. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Hop off for a sec.
So
Sorry.
It's just you and me right now, chat. I'll wait till she comes back to answer the question. But yeah. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. Sorry, it's a little scuffed, but then again it's always scuffed here. It's good, Phalanx. That's good. Play Call of Duty. I don't know if you can still hear me. But doing pretty good. Just playing some very modded Minecraft. Ooh, nice. What mods are you using? Because I like to. I can't play Minecraft vanilla. What is going on with Stuart's model? I'm going to hire model real quick. My end. I don't know what the fuck. She looks like she's possessed. What the fuck? Okay, how the fuck do I? Here we go. Oh, you're using a mountain pack. Nice, nice. So I like to play Minecraft with Flans mod, which adds vehicles like aircraft, cars, tanks to the game, as well as guns. It's just more interesting that way, in my opinion. And then I also use a mod called Railcraft, and then another mod called Traincraft. Railcraft adds more different types of tracks to the game, so like junctions, the word crisscross, like you know what I'm talking about, like the crisscross kind of fucking tracks, and then
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, welcome back. I had to hide her
By the way, you're talking about Minecraft train mods?
Yeah, we're talking about mods in general.
That's got really good trains in it.
Yeah, I've heard. Someone made a really cool like steampunk monorail thing with that, where it's like a steam powered like monorail. Looks really
Minecraft
cool.
really could have done a lot better with its trains. Like seriously.
Yeah, I think Minecraft, honestly, there needs to be more like modern, or not modern, like you know what I mean, like more.
Minecraft needs an industrial revolution.
It does. It really does. It's overdue. It's overdue. Yeah. But to answer your question, I wanted to wait till you got back. I think the one thing one of the things I dislike right now about the VTuber community, you have a lot of these people, they come in, yeah, it does need better dogs, but like you got these people who are coming in to the community.
You got Wolf Farmer now though.
You got these people who come into this community. And they think that because you have the avatar, it's going to be easy street. Like you're gonna go blow up and be famous as soon as you hit go live. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Someone we're talking about right now.
Oh, I know. I know. Right.
I think the real joke here is also the fact that this could apply to so many people, it's impossible to even know who specifically we're talking about.
Also, you have a lot of these people who are from outside of the community. They make these very unfair assumptions about VTubers. Like, you have a lot of people accusing VTubers as a whole being like this very like gatekeeping kind of community, that it's very unwelcoming to outsiders, which that is not true. That is not the case. That is a bullshit fucking lie. And whoever assumes that, you obviously haven't spent enough time in this community. I can't stand that shit. Then you got the people who are like negative. always fucking negative, and they bitch and they moan and they complain.
Negativity does not breed a good
audience.
No.
No, it does not. It does not. Like, especially you have those VTubers that have a really shitty attitude, and they bitch and they fucking moan and they complain. And even though like their communities like help them and support them, and they're so fucking ungrateful. I can't stand people like that. I can't name names because, sake of professionalism and all that. But like, there are a lot of people like that, and I'm gonna be real. Yeah, V-tweeters. Well, no, V-tweeters are people who pretend to be VTubers. They're VTubers in name only. They don't make any actual fucking content. They just tweet and they bitch.
Mark, I'll be real with you. Terminally online is kind of a defining aspect of the VTuber community.
I mean, yeah, that is
I'm pretty sure that me and Razor are considered terminally online.
VTubing, let's be fucking real. I feel like this is the next level of being an otaku.
Welcome to the internet. Now you're never gonna leave.
Pretty much. Oh god. I mean, you got the people addicted to fucking internet porn. There was actually a really good quote from Aisha Tyler during one of her stand-ups, and she said internet porn is a whole another level. If you make friends with internet porn will want to be your friend for life. I mean, you do have a lot of thirsty people too in the VTuber community, and they're fucking crazy. Like, I'll say this: the simps. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Simping is there's a difference between someone who is a supportive fan and a simp, right? A supportive fan is someone who actually enjoys the content of a content creator and actually want to see them grow. So, there's more ways to support than just opening up your wallet to a streamer, right? Like, I don't expect people to get. But then when people do, or they get me a gift from Throne, I am very, very fucking grateful. Like, I am incredibly grateful for those people.
Remember, guys, before you simp, make sure she is worth it.
Well, not only that, just make sure before you open up your wallet, right, and try to like splash for a streamer or a content creator. First off, take care of yourself first. Always take care of yourself first. All right, we are in like a shitty time. We're in a shitty economy.
This is not a good time to be a content creator.
It is rough out there. Well, it's also not a time to go and like just blow all your money on a streamer.
Especially because, I know that I like to think that most people here do have it, but I'll be real with you guys. It's not gonna get you attention.
Yeah, the parasocial. Go ahead.
It's just not gonna. It's not gonna get them to like you or appreciate you.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Simping is like a whole nother like level, because like I said, there's supporting a content creator. Whether that be financially or just like popping by and watching their streams. That could be, giving them like upvotes, words of encouragement, things like that, right? And like sharing their content with other people who you think would like the content. And then there's simping. Simping is just a great example of how bad parasocial relationships can get. Like, you look at some of the big VTubers and Ninja Sanji, they have a huge harassment issue.
Dude,
like, Ninja Sanji fans are so fucking toxic.
I'm sorry, you couldn't pay me to join Ninja Sanji.
I feel bad for some of the guys.
It looks awful.
The girls are one thing. The guys seem to have it really, really bad with the parasocial stuff. Like, there's one.
Don't call them Niji sisters for nothing.
Like the guys are having. I never thought like male VTubers had this issue as bad as like the female VTubers, but goddamn, holy shit, there are some crazy thirsty like women who follow these guys, and they do weird shit like what was it? What was that one? Mr. Underhill, he's an owl VTuber. He does like VTuber news. He was talking about how one of the Ninja Sanji streamers who has a disability, he has an illness, right? And people were doing like these really weird shippings with him with like characters that are known to be like healers in like anime and other types of fiction. And he felt that was like really, really taking it too far. Like it made him feel so
Sorry,
aware of his own
Action.
illness. What's going on with Action?
Oh, ad break on my end.
Oh, yeah, the on-air experience somebody wants. I agree. I agree, Action Bastard. I fucking agree wholeheartedly. Like, yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting so bad. And then you got like the fucking simps who get so pissed off that a VTuber is in a romantic relationship with somebody. Because they don't want that illusion. They don't want that illusion broken that it's just them and the streamer.
No, look, I do think there is an importance of kayfabe. I think it's one of those It's one of those arts that I do feel like if it becomes lost in VTubing, I do think it would be legitimately bad for it.
Right, but
at the same time, though, like harassing people just isn't freaking cool, man. Like seriously.
Because streamers are people too, whether they be a VTuber or a face cam streamer or a disembodied voice streamer. Like, you can't force people into who they can and cannot be in a relationship with. You know, you got Gura's like some of the people in Gura's fan base who get pissed off that Gura doesn't stream for like weeks at a time. And it's like the woman is going through health issues and family issues. You know, she has no fucking control over that. You know? Like fandom isn't always toxic, but aspects of that is just bad.
A lot of toxicity sometimes, though.
Yeah, you really can't be treating people like that, you know? Like, just because we stream as, like, anime characters, and, you know, some of us are all, or some of us are very, like, husbando and shit. You know, we are people behind these.
You made it.
People behind. We are human beings. Some of us have our own fucking problems. You know, our own struggles and shit like that that's going on behind the scenes that you might not know about. And I think it's just bad to make assumptions about a streamer. And
problem is just the nature of the internet. All the weirdest people have an internet connection nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's connected in some way.
Into the real world now.
Pretty much, it's getting bad. It's like that. What was it? That one episode of Black Mirror where everyone's got a rating system, which is fucking disturbing.
Oh yeah, and if your rating goes too low, you freaking die.
Pretty much, like you can't buy groceries or whatnot. Like China already does have a social credit, and it's fucking terrifying. I hope that never becomes a thing here in the West, but the way things are going.
Some people say it already is with stuff like Twitter. I'm inclined to argue not really, but you know. Australia is trying to implement it, and knowing Australia, it's gonna be even bigger and probably shoot venom.
Australia's getting pretty bad. Wasn't it true that in Australia they had internment camps that they were putting in if they refused to get vaccinated?
Yeah,
I don't know how true that is. I'm not trying to sound like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
If you caught the disease, yeah, they'd throw you in an internment camp.
I don't know how true that is. Yeah, so that actually, speaking of talking about VTubers struggling in the real world, outside of streaming.
Honestly, I'd mostly just be mad that my freaking taxpayer dollars are going towards that. Like, dude.
But yeah, speaking of VTubers struggling outside of streaming, behind the scenes, what did you um what do you do for work outside of VTuber?
What do I do for work outside of VTubing?
You don't have to answer that question.
I do a combination of a few things generally. My job is
you float
always
around.
changing, so I have a lot of work experience.
Good. It's always good to have a
diversified
resume.
I'm not really going to discuss it too much because, for privacy reasons. But I will say, one thing I recommend looking into one day, especially since we're coming up on it, tax season. Working at a place during tax season can be very beneficial.
I'm actually looking into doing that.
It can look really good on a resume.
I would take that advice, by the way. It's still good. It looks good.
It's a good temporary job.
You'll have an easy time getting hired.
Yeah, because they like that it shows that you can learn how to do new things. It shows that you know numbers. It's good. It's very good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You can get all the classiest cashier jobs.
So, for me, I think I haven't really made this a mystery for those who've followed me for a while. I bitch about it here and there. Working retail. I work retail. I'm not going to say what kind of retail. Well, okay. I work at a grocery store. It sucks, but I'm trying to get out of it. I'm looking at maybe working at a hospital or not a call center, but like maybe work as a receptionist or something like that. I'm trying to find other options, but right now the area I live in is pretty shitty. It's mostly retail and restaurant jobs, and I'm trying to get out of retail, at least specifically grocery retail.
I mean, depending on the kind of restaurant, it could be pretty easy to make a decent bit of money if it gives tips and stuff like that.
Yeah, but also restaurants don't have a very good work-life balance. That's the thing.
That is also true. Don't go anywhere near the medical part.
I worked at a restaurant, and it was so bad. Some days were so fucking stressful. I literally, when I came home, I would drink in the shower. I literally...
Jeez!
Yes, I had a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels. I would guzzle that motherfucker down in the shower.
I don't drink much. I'm too poor for that.
I used to drink a lot in my 20s. Not so much anymore. Especially since I've been on antidepressants. Because that shit don't mix well with alcohol.
Strong after all.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also I just don't like
drinking in the shower. Efficient because the shower washes away the vomit. And then the vomit gives you more room for a drink.
Well, listen. I am a civilized American, not a Roman, so no.
Oh, what? You don't vomit just so that you can eat even more? Come on. Did the Romans do that, or am I thinking of something else?
Huh? So apparently the vomitorium is actually it was a myth. Apparently the vomitorium was for something else, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe for when somebody accidentally gave the person the poison, but then the person was, told that they weren't being executed anymore by the governor, and then they're just like, okay, fine, we'll take you to the vomitorium now so we can get that out of you.
God.
Socrates almost got the phone call, but the phone didn't exist yet.
Well, no, Socrates was Greek. He wasn't Roman. He existed before the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, let's be real, the Roman Empire were just Italians that took the Greeks' homework and copied it.
Basically, yeah. Basically. Then you get the American founding fathers who also kind of just Yeah, they were LARPing
America
as
did it
Greek
better.
philosophers. They were
America did
LARPing
it
as
better,
Greek
though.
philosophers, okay? It's just how they were. Let me tell you guys, history is made by LARPers.
I mean, yes and no. So let's go to the next category here. The next question: what are your hobbies outside of streaming? Like, what are your interests? Like, what do you like to do?
Hobbies. I like singing.
Okay.
I have fun. I do also enjoy. I do enjoy learning. I do enjoy studying Japanese. I'm not that good at it, but you know.
I mean, you got to start somewhere. You know?
Basically, but I still feel like I could do better.
I just don't have enough time to like do a lot of the things I used to enjoy, especially since I started streaming.
Get that feel. And yeah, it is very difficult to have any time after this.
Yeah, this is true.
Duolingo.
So what?
The bike you keep falling off and get back on.
The Dark Souls of education.
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
So let's move on. Actually, no. I'm sorry. So what?
Your
Anything
hobbies,
else?
Razor.
Oh, my hobbies. Well, I mean, shit. I like learning about new historical facts. You know, different wars. Like my favorite subjects, I would say, is like World War II, World War One, more recently.
So you like your trivia then?
Yes, I like history trivia. I like trivia. I like studying different aspects of like military history. I've also been, thanks to fucking Audrey, I have been looking into railroad history. Actually, it's actually really nice. It's a nice break from like the dark,
It's a call
depressing
out,
shit.
Audrey. It's a call out.
Yes, it is. But look, we love you. You know, we love you. But no, like it's a nice little break sometimes because you have all the dark, depressing shit going on with the news and just day to day life. And hey, Voidling, hey, Cassie, how you doing? Yeah,
In Kentucky, it's a law that each citizen has to take a bath once a year. Bruh! Who was it that smelled so bad that they were just like, they had to make a law about it?
I feel like once a year ain't enough, Chief. I think once a day. No, but in all seriousness,
Sometimes you
like,
forget, you know? Day's really busy, you're just like, you gotta gauge, do I wanna go game on my computer, or do I wanna bathe myself? And then game on the
honestly,
computer wins.
you can just take a shower. It's like quarter of the water, and it's just as refreshing. Honestly, I feel like a shower is more refreshing than a bath, depending on what kind of like. If you have a really shitty tub like I do, it's not as
You kinda
relaxing
gotta
or
have a nice
refreshing.
bathtub to have a good bath, honestly.
Yeah, you have to have a decent tub. I'm gonna be honest with you. The hot water heater we have is kind of shitty because like I'll run a bath, and then the bathtub isn't even halfway filled, and the hot water runs out. Sucks.
Ick.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
illegal to eat oranges while bathing. Well, of course it should be!
What is this? It's a what is it?
In California.
While bathing? Okay, well fuck you, California. I'm gonna do that just to spite you now.
Razor's gonna take the first bath he's ever had in freaking a decade. Just so that he can eat an orange in the tub.
The last bath I had was last night. I had an Epsom salt bath because my fucking back was hurt.
Oh, that does work. It's illegal to hunt camels in Arizona.
I'm gonna hunt camels then, just to fucking spite them.
I think the joke here is that there are no camels, but it's illegal still.
That is fucking funny, though. Anyway, no, but my other hobbies, you know, I like playing RTS games on my downtime. I love strategy games; they're a lot of fun. Should stream those more. But like, definitely Gunpla, Warhammer 40K. I enjoy doing. I haven't played the tabletop in years since the pandemic. Just because, like, I got so frustrated with the rule set for ninth edition. But I'm looking to get back into it. But I think if I'm going to get back into the hobby, I need to get a 3D printer. It'll make things a lot cheaper, and I think Games Workshop charges way too fucking much. Way too fucking much. Because it's like
you wouldn't download a Space Marine, would you?
Yes, I fucking would.
Below
Yes, I
average
fucking
gamer,
would.
welcome. How's your day been? Well, no. See, the argument here is that you're it's like you wouldn't download a car. It's like basically you downloaded the schematics for the car and then built the car yourself.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that illegal?
I don't think so. I mean, there kit cars do exist where people put the car together themselves. They just you get it in parts and then you put the parts together.
That sounds like such a massive pain to do.
Hey, some people like doing that. Some people like building automobiles from the fucking ground up. I mean, don't
I guess
judge
it does
them.
depend. Like sometimes, like it could be IP theft, but like I think it's good so long as you don't sell it, right?
Yeah, most people just sell the files to make the Space Marines and shit, like for 40K. But they have to word it so it's not.
Shit. Cars should be a
Warhammer.
problem, but download the schematic for an F-18 and there might be an issue.
Like I've seen STL files for 3D printed Space Marines, and they would title the file Space Rangers or something like that. or Star Crusaders.
You know, now that I think about it, the War Thunder forums, depending on how big of a thing...
yeah, Tabletop Sim is good.
The War Hunter forums will be a very good way to be able to just get, you know, free aircraft. When 3D printing reaches that level.
I should play Warhammer on Tabletop Sim on stream if anybody would like to see me do that. I think that'd be fun. It's been a while since I fucking played the game, though. I'd have to get somebody who is playing the current edition to, like, kind of help me get back into it. But yeah. So the other thing I enjoy is Gunpla. That is another one of my hobbies. I very much enjoy that. I used to do toy collecting, but because of this economy, with the inflation and everything, I've had to put off on that. And I haven't really bought any new toys for my collection since, like, shit, it's like, what, early 2020? I mean, I get the occasional Gundam model here and there. Like the ones I got off of Throne, from Rexworth and Diamond, but that's about it. Yeah. And then streaming obviously is my main hobby. I spend more time.
Alright, Party Boss, you sleep well. Thanks for popping by.
Have a good night, Party Boss.
So yeah. I think you done? You got all your stuff out?
Yeah, I think I got all my stuff out, yeah. So.
Alright, I think the next one, we should probably just skip the preferred streams and stuff like that, because it's just I feel like that's a little bit too typical of questions to ask. Because the really juicy questions! Who are your VTuber inspirations?
Oh, for me, would definitely be Merryweather. Merryweather, Whiskey Project, Sleepy Project, and Wishy. The last three, they're all tactical VTubers. They really inspired me to rebrand to the current type of character model that I have now, trying to go for like a more tactical, militaristic look. Yeah, they're definitely my inspirations. Mary, I like how Mary he interacts with his community. Same goes for like Wishy. She's always doing like a watch party with her community, like every which is something I need to do more. It's just because of time constraints and everything. I haven't had time to do an anime watch party in
I
a
need to get
while.
around to doing stuff with my community more. I feel like I neglect them too much.
Yeah, and I feel that way too in my community, and I'm sorry, guys, if it's just been so fucking busy.
I have a lot of stuff I want to work on most days, and like, I'm just not very good at. When I want to chill by myself, I want to be by myself, you know?
I understand.
Then I've also got other friends I talk to a lot, and it's just, it's just one of those things. I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll return from the drugstore.
So for you,
Anyways,
who are your inspirations?
well, I think it should probably be fairly obvious. Depend, it should be pretty obvious who, because I don't think that my inspirations are very my. I don't have many people that like I really look up to. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you mean.
But like a few people like really inspired me to want to like really get into it. Uh, it's very obvious that that I was pretty inspired by Gura.
Yes, the funny shark girl.
Yes, yeah, the stupid shark. Uh,
The
and
small
then
shark.
uh, I also gotta say, Coco back in the day was one that I definitely was very inspired by.
Yeah, she
I haven't
inspired
really
you to
been as
switch
much
over
of
from
a
the
fan
fox.
since K-san. Like, since K-san, like, since she became K-san, but, like, it's just kind of how it is, I guess.
People change over time.
Yeah, I just feel like, sometimes, it can help to have a wrangler.
Yeah, that is also true. A lot of these VTubers, I'll say, some of them like they fucking kill their career. They say the most outlandish fucking shit on
I
Twitter.
mean, I say a lot of
I'm
weird stuff, but
no, I'm talking to like politically charged, like blatantly politically
oh,
charged shit.
that's just a. I'm just, yeah, it's over.
No,
It's
no,
over.
yeah, I've actually unfollowed and blocked a lot of VTubers who have like just committed the biggest like oopsie you can do in your fucking career, which is just like get like full on fucking political, like legit like divide their fan base and be like, oh well, if you don't support this and this, you're a this and that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. I mean, I admit I've kind of had my moments here and there where it's like, I've had some issues. But hey, it is what it
So
is.
it
Anyways,
is what it is.
next question on the list is why is it called Schizzo Sessions? Because we're both considered schizos, and alliteration is fun.
Yes, and also we definitely do a lot of schizo posting here. We're both known for our unhinged tweets and things we say. I mean, look, I'm the fucking weird ass wolf man who says weird shit and talks about weird shit like Alabama nipple bees. Weird shit I just I come up with off the top of my fucking head. No, I'm dead serious. Like half the shit I say, I'm sober. I'm fucking sober when I say this shit. I'm just fucking crazy.
Well, I'm always sober. Also, action. Look, it's okay, but like I just don't like use your platform to say mean things about redacted candidate at all. Like seriously.
Exactly. Don't do what they did in Napoleon Dynamite where you make a pinata of your candidate. You
That's just
constituents beat
based.
the shit out of it.
That's just
Yes,
based.
it is. Cool. Okay, so let's go with. Mm,
I think
oh yeah,
the
what
next one
drove you
down.
to produce
Yeah.
this awful fucking show?
I mean, We wanted to show up on a couple of talk shows, but no one else would platform us. So we said, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yes. Pretty much, yeah. Like, there was one VTuber talk show I was on called Who the Fuck Are You? And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was not a good experience.
I don't really think it was much of a talk show. I was on it too. My experience wasn't too bad, but like...
It kind of came off as one, at least in the beginning, and then I guess that's on me. I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into. And you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you, my experience on there was a good thing because it made me realize, like, because at the time I was still the Space Crusader. And like my whole backstory and everything was so fucking convoluted, I had to explain it, and it took so much time that we ran out of fucking time. That they were like, "Yeah, get the fuck off." So
yeah.
It made me realize, yeah, I wasn't very marketable. My character and everything wasn't exactly.
I mean, I will say, Razor, like one thing to keep in mind with stuff like that is like just in general when it comes to like, I feel like it's better to not really consider your lore too much when you go into stuff because
no, of course. But no, they were explaining what the fuck are you supposed to be. It was like Space Crusader. Oh, what's a Crusader? Well, not only that, like I said, the religious symbolism and everything, I feel like that put a lot of people off.
You know, Razor, that could have been easily answered. An incredibly based person! Let's retake Constantinople.
No, but like in all seriousness, no, the whole fucking Space Templar aesthetic, it just didn't like match my personality.
I get you.
You know, everyone. When you think of a Knights Templar, you're thinking, oh, they're pure. They're a good Christian boy. They don't say the naughty no words. They don't, make dirty jokes.
Every other word out of their mouth is heresy.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more mellowed out. I'm not as like fucking crazy or hype like that. So it's just like, I mean, I'm crazy, but not that kind of crazy. You get what I mean? And it just didn't fit. So I was like, fuck it, we're gonna just be more of a militaristic themed VTuber. You know.
And that's definitely not something that can upset some people for no good reason.
Oh, well, you know what? If you have a problem with the military, you can go fuck yourself. That's all I have to say.
I know you've had a couple of people pop in here and there.
Oh, yeah, I actually had a bot one time that came in and followed me, and it was titled Vets Love to Suicide. And I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's pretty
I don't want to give them the satisfaction. I didn't, like, react in a strong way or anything. I just simply, oh, well, you're a dick. And then just block them. Ban them from the fucking chat.
Just how it is.
Cody just said, you guys said, I'll make my own talk show with blackjack and hookers. Yeah, pretty much.
That action beat you to it. Just saying.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was a bit ago. I'll make my own theme park with blackjack and hookers.
Action Bastard said, you should have answered them with, I deliver pizzas from Space Domino's. What the fuck do you think a Space Crusader does?
No, but like my view on how to handle lore and stuff like that. There's a very good reason why I don't go on ahead and tell people what it is that my entire thing is, because it's like,
if you're interested in me, convoluted.
Yes, because my lore is a little bit convoluted. It's kind of intentional because there's
just
actually
like
a character arc involved. Like, I actually did want to have do a bit more writing with it, which I didn't need to get around to that because like I actually do have a lot of stuff I do want to throw in there. It's just like I've got a lot of ways I want to do it. I don't just want to make it as simple. I don't want to just dump a novel on you guys, you know? Because that's just kind of like that just. I mean, don't get me wrong. What I'm doing already is kind of pretentious, so it's like whatever. But anyways, that's aside from the point. My point is, you can't give a person a lore dump. Thank you for the follow, Void Link System. You can't give someone a lore dump and expect it to ever go well as far as when you're introducing yourself, because it makes it way more complicated than it has to be.
Yeah,
also, the person goes in and sits down and asks you, to specify something like, okay, there's a very good reason why typically I just respond with, I'm a dragon.
Right. Yeah.
Like, even in canon, I know that's incorrect.
The reason was too, my character did look a little bit like Kirito, and I got so fucking tired of everyone be like, "Is that supposed to be Kirito?" No. And I despise Sword Art Online, so I was like, "Fuck it."
I do admit, Razor, it was still kind of funny.
I mean, it was funny, yes, but it's just like at the same time, after a while, the joke gets old, and you get tired of hearing it. You know?
Yeah, I get you there. I know that.
Let's see.
Alright, so, I guess this would be next one on the list as far as the ones that, like, are relevant, because we've already answered the next two.
Yeah, some of these are, like, very redundant, because we kind of answered the questions in a way earlier.
We're kind of throwing a lot of stuff out. We kind of throw a lot of stuff on the list, and the list is a bit bloated. Guys!
Yeah.
I'm gonna level with ya. We talked about this morning.
Yeah, we kind of like, I was half asleep on the couch. I called Shiroi up on my phone.
And I'm freaking... Well, actually, I called you first, because I'm like, you know... Oh,
yeah, and then I missed it because I was still asleep. And I woke up like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and then like, I'm going over to to like 3 different hotels trying to figure out what the frick I'm doing with my life. And
we are totally well-established people.
Yeah, seriously. Look, next week, we're gonna try our best here to have it on. We're gonna be on point, okay? We're gonna be on point next week. Please, let us be on point next week. Whatever. Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Shiroi. Fine.
Types of VTubers that you avoid. Actually, I think we already answered this one too. Never mind.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's just jump to the questions we have for each other. So
I don't have many for you, just so you know.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't.
That's fine. Besides, I fucking give long answers to short questions.
That is fair enough, but I also admit I don't have near as many as I. Anyways, let's just get on with it.
Alright, so I'll start with you.
Okay.
So, what made you pick a dragon lolly?
You see, Razor, there's a certain thing that you have to understand about lolicons, okay?
Okay.
The male lolicon enjoys the loli. The female lolicon wants to be the loli.
I see.
As for the dragon side of things, I'm a pretty big fan of the Fire Emblem series, so that's kind of where that just came from.
Yeah, I could totally see that. You do look like a Fire Emblem character.
No, that's where a lot of the design, that's where a lot of the aesthetics came from. I'm not even like being. No, it's just that it's like a lot of JRPG design aesthetics definitely were a lot of what inspired like the design and all of that. So yeah. That's basically all of it. Basically, it all came together, and I decided, you know what? I'm best described. Some would call me someone of culture.
No, I do not.
Silence has gone on long enough.
Sorry, no. My family's asking this question.
I mean, just so you know, that pause was very intentional. But...
Let's see here. Where does your gremlin energy come from?
Honestly, it just comes from... It is natural. It's freaking natural. I don't really know who to blame for this. All I know is I've got a lot of energy and questionable sense of humor. And that's where it comes from.
So do I. I have a questionable sense of humor as well.
Yeah, but I got a lot of energy. Yeah, generally people, say I give off a lot of that emotal energy, which is a very fair assessment.
Thank you, Boiling. You know what? That is the thing we should do for future episodes. We should have, like, the community submit questions.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Thank you for that, Cassie. I will give you credit for
We're
that.
gonna need to remember to keep a better schedule for it all, because, like...
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do on Twitter, I'm gonna do, like, a casting call type thing, and I'm gonna ask anybody who might be interested.
Might be a better idea, honestly, because, like, we have no clue what we're doing here.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, this is one of the worst VTuber talk shows.
I mean, yeah, like, seriously. Not the worst VTuber talk show, like, the worst show on the internet.
Pretty much.
Trademark that.
What got you into singing?
I enjoyed singing even back when I was really little. Like, my, should also do some joke questions, like, I found the heresy, where do I put it? But yeah, what got me into singing? Ever since I was really little, I liked singing. It's just kind of how I always was. We have yet to yell any racial epithets. Oh. No.
We are going to make sure that doesn't happen. We don't condone that shit here.
I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move.
No, Shiroi. No, bad. We should have, like, a redeem to, like, bonk you.
Snow Roach.
Oh my god, you. How have I not lost my mind hanging out with you?
I know, right? Like, seriously. Anyways, singing. Now that I got that out of my system, yeah, but I always liked doing it ever since I was a little kid. I kind of stopped during my teen years because I got really insecure as my voice started to change.
I had a similar issue with chorus.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, you start getting older, and your voice starts to change a little, and it just messes you up really bad, and you start to be like, well, I can't do what I used to do anymore. So that's where I am now. And then, like, honestly, even before I became a VTuber, I really fell in love with the Japanese independent cover artist scene. Specifically, people like Mafu Mafu and Nanawo Akiri. Or is it Akari? I can't remember. It doesn't matter too much right now. It's just, like, there were a lot of people who just, like, I got really interested in that. Kind of lamented the fact that I can't really meaningfully sing it, which is also a part of why I wanted to get into Japanese, because I really like Japanese music, and that would make it a lot easier.
Japanese music is good.
No, it's just good in general.
Right.
I love it. But yeah, like, I mean, I always had an interest in anime openings, but then, like, I discovered the just crazy indie scene where, like, there's people out there who legitimately will just drop the original masters of their songs just so that you can do your own cover of it. Like that's freaking sacrilege cool. In the States.
Oh, yeah, they get all fucking angry, like, oh my god, my bottom line.
Like, seriously, it's crazy. Like, in the States, that sort of thing's unheard of. I And there's like major artists who do that, like Mafu.
And not just in the
huge.
States, like in Europe too. Fucking yeah,
no,
like Europe and
like
UK.
in the freaking West, you freaking get crucified if you like.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Artistic integrity, what's that? I honestly was legitimately astonished when I went. I'll be real with you guys. One day I hope I'm able to hit a point where I'm able to do a cover of Internet Overdose.
Overdose.
I freaking love that song so much. But I freaking went on there and I just looked in the description, found a Google Drive link, and I just downloaded the off vocal version of it. Like, what the frick? It's freaking ridiculous.
Fuck.
Yeah, like I didn't have to pay for anything or any of that. It's awesome.
Hey, that is actually really fucking cool. It's like with Vocaloid, how like everything's open source.
No, that's the thing. Vocaloid has made the Japanese music scene into something legitimately great, in my opinion. Because it's not about just the bottom line. Anybody can make music. You don't even have to be a good singer. You can just make a Vocaloid. You can just do Vocaloid stuff. Like,
well, that was the cool thing about it, because like you could make merchandise and things like that, like shirt prints and all.
Yeah, no, it's like the indie scene is what I find to be so incredible about it. It's
fucking amazing.
It's what got me into singing. It's why I want to sing, because I want to be able to, you know, enjoy this just as much, make something that people can enjoy just as much as anybody else can, you know?
See that's
anime
always,
girls sell. Anime girls
yeah,
sell.
they do. Oh, they fucking sell. They're super fucking profitable. Anime in general is just profitable. Let's be real.
I'll be very sad in 3 decades when anime finally breaks to Western sensibilities and we have to get all of our stuff from freaking Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I did hear about BlackRock was apparently going to try.
Jokes aside, though, I don't think it'll work.
I don't think it'll happen, no, because there's already enough public backlash in Japan.
That's the thing. There's public backlash in Japan, and fans know. Fans freaking know about it.
Oh no, they're not stupid. They're not.
Yeah, people aren't stupid. They know this stuff when they see it. We already don't like it when it's in the States. There's already that movement to tell freaking manga artists and just a lot of different Japanese companies to be like, look, guys, you need to learn how to translate your stuff in-house. You can't give it to the States to translate. It's just not gonna work.
They'll ruin it. They'll ruin it. Like, what was it? There was one anime called Prison School, and then they try to shoehorn in Gamergate and shit into the English dub.
Dude, there hasn't been... I don't think there's been a Fire Emblem game that has had a good translation since freaking Shadow Dragon. At least as far as official translations go. They always botch them in the States.
That ain't good. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, as someone... I love my country. I do love America. But I feel like...
Westerners ruin everything.
We used to be the exporter of good ideas. Now we are the exporter of shitty ideas. And we have this shitty Karen kind of like mindset going on. This, you know, it's like what Jenny said the last episode, where, you know, too many fucking people getting offended on other people's behalfs when those people have every, you know, when these people have just as much agency and capability of speaking for themselves. Like, what was it? People were getting angry that there was a mariachi uniform for Mario to wear in Mario Odyssey, and they thought it was super offensive. And then the Latino community just put Kotaku on blast, saying, "No, fuck you. We like that. That's representing our culture. We like it when other people get to learn more about our culture."
Honestly, I just kind of always question why people get bothered by it. Like,
it's like Yeah, they're like, we don't give a fuck
understand
some
the
fat Italian
mentality.
plumber's wearing a mariachi suit.
Like, I just don't understand the mentality of somebody getting all offended because somebody's appreciating their culture, you know?
Exactly. I feel like to understand a culture is to respect a culture. And it's just, it's funny because, like, they're trying to say they're anti-racist and stuff like that, but they end up being racist themselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's so nuts. We're like, they're even trying to say that, like, people of different ethnicities shouldn't even date. It's like, no.
I tell ya, freaking horseshoe theory. It's crazy, man.
I know, right? It's fucking crazy. The hypocrisy is fucking crazy. People are super sensitive, Action Bastard. I fucking agree with you. Like, everyone gets way too fucking offended.
This is about to mention the horseshoe thing.
Well, it's like this fucking what was it? My mom even fucking said this. Like, a lot of people today, they have little to no empathy, but then they're like super fucking sensitive. It's like they have no empathy for others, but they want all the empathy for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very, like, selfish kind of, like, hip, uh, hypocritical mindset.
Oh, seriously, David. Japanese fashion is freaking great. Like, seriously.
Oh, Japanese fashion is fucking fantastic. Japanese anything is actually really good. And you know what? Fuck you. Call me a weeb all you want.
No, it's very clear. I'm a massive weeb. I rarely listen to Western music anymore, and it's typically gonna be something really old or a parody of something else.
So, next question. So, what goes on your head when you Schizzo post on Twitter? Because you post some out there shit. I don't give a fuck. It's Twitter. I'm sorry, X is stupid. That is a stupid fucking name for it.
I do admit, I think something like Lynx would have been a better name for it. Like, to go with the names like Starlink and Neuralink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like they should have kept the fucking the bird though.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, Elon did show a proof of concept where it was like an X, but it was like a bird making like
I think
an
they should have
X
tried to keep the bird
shape.
in there a little bit. I mean, let's be real here. Nobody cares. It's gonna stay a popular platform regardless. I learned that. Everybody else is coming to terms with that. When I was banned from Twitter that one time, I'll be real with you guys. Bird with X eyes. Love it.
Oh, that is pretty fucking funny, actually. An X with bird eyes.
Okay, look. It's just a part of scientific research, Action. Besides, they've hit the point where they've done enough to where it's deemed safe for human trials. The government signed off on this. Which, granted, could be issues, but...
Oh dear lord, it's gonna be like Batman Beyond. I don't know if you've ever seen that cartoon.
I'm not necessarily anti-Neuralink, okay? Pink Zombie, thank you for the raid! Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Sorry. So, what goes on in my head when I Schizzo post on Twitter? It ain't safe. It's just because all the test monkeys burned to ash. Yeah, but... No, but I do support things like Neuralink existing, I'm interested to see where the tech goes. If a person wants to get something like that put into their skull, feel free, my dude, feel free.
Thanks for throwing the ball at my head, Woofy.
Okay, what goes on in my head? So, thank you for the raid. So it typically goes on my head when I'm Schizzo posting on Twitter is, a lot. It's 3 a.m. normally. I am ridiculously tired, but I can't sleep because my head's freaking racing.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, that's why. That's typically what happens. It's not complicated. It's thank you. Well, welcome, Fuji Umeko. Welcome, Fuji Umeko. How's your day been? Also, same thing with you, Pink Zombie. How's the stream? But yeah, what goes on in my head is a lot of things. Typically, just so much stuff. Kirito Zekken, welcome. Thank you for the follow.
Kirito Tozakan. Yeah.
Also, thank you for the follow for Giomeko. Okay, so what goes on in my head during that? It'll be
for the hydrate.
A lot of stuff. Okay, a lot of stuff. Too much stuff, man. Too much stuff.
Bastard throwing the balls at my fucking head.
Sorry, we're just asking me questions because this is
I'm asking
episode
questions.
0 of our talk show. Because it's October.
A cup of coffee
whatever.
making you want coffee.
Anyways, I guess it's all of it, okay? I can't really say what goes on in my head because it's possibly anything. A lot of stuff goes on in my head. Normally, I'm really tired. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I sleep very well after a good Schizzo post, by the way. Like,
really?
It is the best way to just get it out. Remember, kids, Twitter is not your personal journal.
No, it is basically digital graffiti.
You really shouldn't use Twitter as your personal journal. I do, and it's the main reason why I'm pretty sure I'm considered unhireable by the vast majority of VTuber companies.
You know, that actually, speaking of graffiti in a public bathroom, I think the funniest fucking... I used to do graffiti in public bathrooms, actually. I remember one I did that was really fucking funny. It was a giant cock with, like, stick figure legs and arms. And it's crushing a city, and there's a comic book bubble saying, "Feed me, pussy."
Oh, right.
I don't know. I was fucking high.
Anyways. Wait, you were high?
So I was high.
Man. Yeah, I was thinking you were a straight arrow all your life.
No, I experimented here and there as a teenager.
Anyways.
Postal game.
Favorite postal game.
Thanks for throwing the banana there, action bastard.
I think Postal 2 is the best out of the series. I know, typical answer, but like it's just such a I think it got it best. It had the best Postal Dude voice out of all of them.
Postal Dude's fucking great.
Don't get me wrong, Postal 4 and Postal Brain Damaged are legitimately fun games, but like I just don't think they're as good as Postal 2.
2 is a classic. I mean, the fact that 2 got banned in several different countries is fucking fantastic.
That's how you know something's good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So next question. Favorite Yakuza game?
That's actually a very good question, because like it's like there's a part of me that wants to say 5, but I think that's just recency bias because I haven't beaten it yet.
Hey, Cody.
I think I'm gonna say probably Yakuza 4.
Yakuza 4?
Yeah, I legitimately enjoyed all the different characters you were able to play as. And the story was delightfully convoluted.
Convoluted is sometimes good.
That's basically every Yakuza story. They're like on the level of Metal Gear with how the writing is. Like, I don't mean that in
Metal Gear is fucking crazy.
Like, it's just like these stories themselves. Yes, it's a serious crime drama, but a lot of the time it turns into a lot of just like, oh my god, it just escalates.
Yeah, it's like Saints Row, where like it started out as a crime drama and then it just becomes a massive fucking shit
Oh wait,
fest.
but a very big honorable mention to uh, Yakuza Dead Souls.
Yeah,
Seriously, if
that
you
is
have
one
a
I need
PS3,
to.
Yakuza Dead Souls, you really should try it. It's fun.
I'll
It's
have to
one of
check
the
it out.
most. It is an absolute fever dream of a game.
My
I love
PS3,
that game so much.
I need to dust it. I need to get an air compressor and fucking dust that fucking thing because holy shit, it is so fucking dusty right now. It just makes a loud buzzing sound anytime it's on.
Yeah, no, it was a very. I think it might actually probably be my favorite Yakuza game as far as like, just like how the stream was for it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good stream. You had a good turnout for that.
It's not just about
But yeah,
turnout;
I
it's
heard.
about just the fun, you know.
Oh yeah, Cody. Yeah, I heard about the live action Zelda movie. I hope it's good.
I'm sorry, I
I
have
hope
no
it's
faith
good.
in that. I'm sorry, I have zero faith.
See, we'll see. Look, hopefully Nintendo has creative control of it, like they did with the Mario movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have zero faith. I gotta find a way to make it all about Zelda.
Dear Lord. So the next question: which do you think is better, KOTOR 1 or 2?
KOTOR 2 definitively. The game
Yeah,
mechanics
Darth
are
Trail is
better.
interesting.
The oh god, what? It's being
Don't
written
know.
by the same guys who did the Jurassic World movies. DOA. DOA.
Oh no, that's not fucking good.
DOA. DOA. Look how they murdered my boy.
Dear Lord.
They're gonna give freaking Lincoln Chad jaw. They're not even gonna have a single scene where Link is, for one convoluted reason or another, has to dress like a girl.
I got it right. Hello, Scarlet. Hey, Raiders. Hello. My name is Raisman. I am a tactical wolf eater. Hello, April. I'm currently with Shiroi. We're filming the introduction episode for Schizzo Sessions, our podcast. This is going to be recorded for YouTube. This is we forgot to do an introduction episode for it. So yes. Hello, Raiders. Hello, how are y'all doing?
Wow.
Thank you, April. I appreciate that.
Avatar The Last Airbender's creator left the live action for creative differences. That is a awful sign. That is the worst freaking sign you can possibly have for anything. It's gonna suck.
It's really bad.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna. I think we're gonna look back on the M. Night Shyamalan movie and think to ourselves, man, weren't those the days?
Yeah, that's true. Also, definitely go check out Scarlet. She is fucking wonderful. She is a tomboy monster hunting wolf girl VTuber. Definitely go check her out if you like badass anime wolf girls with guns and like to say the word fuck all the time.
At least the One Piece thing had the creator saying, "Don't worry, guys, it has my blessing."
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it. I'm not a big One Piece fan, but the live action does look good.
Honestly, I'll be real with you. I'm sorry.
Also, go check out April. April Lynn. She is one of the many members of Moonlighters. She is a goth cat girl from New Zealand. Definitely go check her out. There's a lot of horror content. She is very nice. She is very good company. Definitely go check her out.
Okay, I want to avoid going on the topic for too long. But like, I mean it when I say it. I talked about it a lot last night. I don't think Avatar was intentionally good. I think it was terrible writers who somehow managed to stumble into making something good. And now they're just trying to puppet the corpse of something that died shortly after the good times were over.
Horror was never really my jam. Then again, I don't like a lot of Nickelodeon productions. I'm not a I was never a Nickelodeon person. Even as a kid, I wasn't really big on Nickelodeon.
What was your childhood, Razor?
Well, no, I watched Cartoon Network.
Batman vs. TMNT was good though. I think I've heard good things about that one.
Like I watched Cartoon Network because of Batman and Superman. Fucking Justice League. You know, the Cartoon Network had a lot of more of the action-oriented cartoons on there, whereas Nickelodeon was a lot of the gross out humor shit. And I was never a big fan of gross out humor. Yeah.
It's all terrible. In reality.
It's all Western cartoons are anymore. It's really fucking annoying.
Pretty much.
That's why I don't really watch Western cartoons anymore. I prefer. Well, I mean, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I watched the DC animated movies. Those are actually pretty decent, unlike their live action ones lately. And I have been watching Invincible. Season 1 was really good. I'm waiting to watch season 2 with my brother. We're gonna be watching that tomorrow night, probably after work.
Okay, but anyways, why KOTOR 2 is objectively better than KOTOR 1 and the KOTOR remake was a bad idea from the get-go.
Yeah.
Guys, honestly, don't freaking cope! The remake was gonna suck!
It's gonna be terrible. Listen, anything new Star Wars is
It's not bad. It's gonna be terrible. It was gonna be terrible. It's dead.
Yeah.
It's dead. They took down the trailer. It's not happening. But anyways, KOTOR 2 was just fundamentally better in every possible regard. The writing was just better in general because it really looked at things from a more unique perspective. It's kind of, in my opinion, KOTOR 2 was how you got the concept of subversion correct in the game. Also certain things, like, I think the game didn't really try too hard to let you feel like your choices had a ton of impact. Which I think honestly did make it better at the end of the day.
It didn't stress the player out. And I feel like a lot of RPGs, they do tend to stress the player out, like, you must do this, you must do... Like, that's the thing a lot of people complain about with Bethesda, where they felt like they were obligated to do certain quests. Like, immediately.
Yeah. Like, that's one of those things that I did really appreciate about the game, because, like, it really is just... But the thing I like the most about it is the refined gameplay of KOTOR 1. It took every aspect of KOTOR 1 and just made it better. They made stealth better if you wanted to go for that, if you were, like, really, really autistic, like I am. And... and wanted to do a stealth, mostly stealth playthrough. I did a mostly stealth playthrough of the game once. It's really overpowered. But, like, they added stuff like stealth running, and they added stuff like, more force powers for you to play with, or more options just in general if you wanted to do stuff like... They gave you more options for if you wanted to be a force user that uses armor a lot more, or they give you... They also gave us some other cool things like lightsaber forms and force forms, which are all canon still, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And then Disney threw all that cool shit away.
KOTOR 2 deserved the remake more than KOTOR 1. You can't change my mind on that.
You know what, I agree. There was a lot of cut content for KOTOR 2 as well.
No, KOTOR 2 would have been an absolutely incredible game if it was able to be finished. I have no opinion on that.
This is also true. Shirai, I will be right back. I need to use the bathroom. I've actually been holding it in for an hour.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Dude, why have you been holding it that long? Like, seriously, when I... Dude, just go.
Because I'm fucking
Razor, that's not insanity. That's just you hating yourself. Go use the bathroom. I'll entertain chat. get a load of this guy, guys. So, yeah. I have been feeling like garbage the past day. Oh, there's no pain. There is no pain greater known than that of a space full of liver. What? Yeah, but anyways, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, it was always gonna be bad. No, I don't think that there's really there was ever real competence behind it. Like, I don't think any of the people who were behind it were ever really all that good. Because, like, a lot of them are the same people that made Korra, and that's generally regarded as mediocre at best. Like, it's not one of those situations where the sequel is better or just as good as the original. No, it's one of those situations where the sequel is kind of mid. You know, like, that's just the thing. It's how people look at stuff. Unlike KOTOR 2. But yeah, the remake of KOTOR 1 was obviously going to be bad regardless. It just didn't have anything to it, you know? Like, the guys who were working on it, their whole thing was just porting stuff to iOS. And now we're telling them, yeah, you guys will totally get the entire, you'll totally get down the... You'll totally manage to get KOTOR. You can totally remake the game. I promise. You'll be perfect. Don't trust me, bro. You know, BioWare pitched a KOTOR remake.
I am back. Oh my
God.
God.
BioWare pitched a KOTOR remake. They would have done KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, and they might have done KOTOR 3 using a lot of plot points from the Old Republic, but I don't really know about that stuff.
All right,
Look, I'm not saying it would have been good then either, because again, this is freaking BioWare we're talking about. Like, you know, Mass Effect was an RPG, then Mass Effect 2 happened, and then Mass Effect 3 happened, and then it just became a glorified first-person shooter. Well, third-person shooter, whatever.
Yeah, third person. Also, I'm back.
Difference. Unacknowledged. I'm in the zone here, Razor. Well, it became an FPS and then it became a joke. I'm sorry, I have no faith in Mass Effect 5. I don't care what anybody says.
Wait,
4,
there's a
whatever they want to call it.
4. Well, I know Andromeda was fucking terrible.
Some people call it 5 because Mass Effect 4, like, is Andromeda or stuff like that, but, like...
I don't consider Andromeda canon.
I think if the DLC came out, it would have had a pretty unique idea for the end of the story, though. Apparently, there were supposed to be Reapers in Andromeda, but that never happened because they didn't get the DLC finished because Andromeda got canceled too early. Very interesting thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm sorry. I don't think I don't think the new Mass Effect is going to be good.
I have no faith in a lot of AAA titles anymore. Although I will say,
BioWare. These aren't the same people that made
I
Mass
have
Effect
more
1.
faith in small game studios, like the recent fucking RoboCop game.
Like, I don't even think
fucking good.
No, it looks really good. I can't wait to play it next week.
Like you know, it's good. When last night I was wrapping up the game, I went for like 6 hours. I was up till like 3 a.m.
That's how you know it's a good stream.
Oh yeah,
when you're
that's
going,
also how you know
when
the
you're
game
going
is
into
good.
the late hours of the night. Like, that was how it was. I think when I finished Assassin's Creed 2, I think it was like freaking 3 a.m. No one was watching anymore.
Wow.
No one was watching anymore as I fist fought the Pope. Like, seriously.
Fist fought the Pope. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this is pretty serious.
Assassin's
crazy.
Creed
Also, hey, Admiral Baldbeard.
Assassin's Creed 2 ends with you fist fighting the Pope. It's just how it is. Don't question it.
How was RuneScape, by the way, Baldbeard?
Have you never played Assassin's Creed 2?
I have not, no. Assassin's Creed games, I'm gonna be honest with you, the early ones, the controls are fucking annoying because your character will randomly hop on shit.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that shit annoys
Assassin's
me.
Creed kind of always sucked. I'm sorry.
The controls were jank as fuck.
Either the gameplay's not very good, or, like, okay, the stories for original Assassin's Creed games are good, but the gameplay was just, like, it just wasn't good. I'm sorry, it just wasn't.
Holy shit, it's 4:35 a.m. where you're at. God damn, you must have had a good fucking sleep. 10 hours. Fuck.
Anyways, I'm sorry, Razor. We went from, like, KOTOR to, like, 100 different things.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I think that's really all the questions I could come up with for you, Shira. Because, like I said, I was, like, half fucked sleep. Actually, yes, there is one here. So, you live, like, a nomadic lifestyle. Like, you're one of those van life type of people. What drove you to do that? Would you recommend it?
Financial problems. Yeah, but money was bad. Sister was also moving on to do nomad stuff after her parole ended. I'm not gonna go too much into that story, just, giving context for it. My mom and dad had left to do that, like, I think maybe 2 years prior. And, oh fuck, what am I trying to say here?
Oh god, Cassie just said, what drove you to live driving?
I lived to drive.
Drive to live, you live to drive.
Yeah. Trucker motto. But yeah, my parents did this for a while. It was very depressing. The, Christmas of, I believe it would be 2019, I think. Yes. The most depressing Christmas I have ever had. Full stop.
I'm so sorry.
Full stop. Mostly because I spent it alone. I didn't really get much interaction. Not really many people interacted with me, said much to me. I had a lot of decisions to make, you know? There were a lot of things I decided I was gonna go on ahead and do. And, like, it's just... That was very difficult for me.
I'll blame you.
I think a few days after, my mom gave me a call. She told me about... Or maybe this was actually a few months later, I think. Sometime in 2019. Wait.
Cassie said...
Yes.
No, but Cassie was saying, but yeah, she always sounds like she's going through the shit. I hope she's doing okay. I have no idea if she can see this.
It's a lot better than it was. I mean, it's gonna be a rough winter this year, but it's... I've got my support group. Anyways, my parents basically told me they found a, one of their coworkers at the place they worked at, who was also a van life person, was looking to get rid of his RV. He was planning on just giving it away or something. My parents asked if he'd sell it to me, and he said yes. So later that year, around the fall, shortly before the season ended at that place that they were working, before they would move off to go vacation somewhere else, I flew in there. I took everything I owned, everything I plan on keeping. I loaded it into my tiny Nissan Sentra. with the expectation that it would be there when my big sister and I finally got back together in a different place that they were gonna go to after picking up my parents' old RV. And I just got on a plane and I flew halfway across the country to pick up an old RV from 1986 that I've never seen, never heard it run. I freaking threw everything to the wind, hopped on a plane to go somewhere I've never been, realized I was not gonna have a home to go back to otherwise, and I bought the RV from the guy.
Jesus.
And then I drove that thing halfway across the country.
That you had
also,
to have
it
been
broke down
nervous.
several times during that trip. But I did it. I got the thing where I needed to be, and I'm in it right now. Same place as when I bought it.
Hopefully you get a new replacement RV soon.
I am looking to get that too, because this thing's a bit too fickle for my liking. It runs okay, but I don't know how much I can trust it. And I'm sorry that I kind of went on to... I just trauma dumped. I just trauma dumped hard there.
No, it's okay. You know what? I'm going to quote Woohoo Lad. It's not trauma dumping, it's lore.
I mean, you're not wrong. That is like the most like intensive lore. But yeah, gotta get you your top solar panel upgrade, a 5G tower attached. You know, I would love to be able to get an RV where I could just straight up, where I can outright boondock with it. Like a ton of solar panels, maybe a generator, or two. Some nice signal boosters for the internet. It'd be great. But yeah, I think that's I'm just gonna sit where I am for maybe a year or two, and we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully things improve.
I hope so too, cause I'll be real with you guys. I'm not out of it quite yet. This year is gonna be this winter is gonna be a very big challenge.
And I hope things work out.
I hope so too. And I really do appreciate everybody that I've had with me to help get me through it all. Van life ain't too bad. It's very fun to see the country. I've been coast to coast after all.
You get to travel kind of for free. Well, you know what I mean. Like,
I'll say one thing, you know, when you spend your childhood watching the sun rise over the ocean, and then one day you go to the other side of the country and then watch it set over the ocean, it's a very profound experience.
Sounds like it. I've always wanted to like travel.
I think I should write a book about my travel. I don't do too much when I travel. Like I said, guys, I'm terminally online, so it's very difficult for me to have much of a... You know, maybe if I'm able to do this full time, I might be able to do a little bit more with it. Be a bit more comfortable getting out, you know? But that's aside from the point. That is the epic origin story of how I started, living in a van by the river.
In a van down by the river. Fucking love that skit. It's so good. It's a timeless classic. But yeah, also, I think that concludes all my questions. If you wanted to know
how I burned Rice Razor, I did not burn it.
You drowned it.
I drowned it.
And I got your Asian viewers very angry.
Oh, they were very disappointed in me. They were all very disappointed in me.
I feel like Uncle Roger should know your location.
If Uncle Roger saw what I did, to that rice, he'd just be like, My ancestors are crying.
But like, Dragon Loli not know how to cook.
I love Uncle Roger.
You dramatize like the victims of the Titanic.
I put in too much oil.
Oh God. Dear Lord.
I tried making fried rice, but it didn't work.
Hey, listen. Listen, don't feel bad, because you know what? I fucked up making fried rice. You know what I had? I didn't have fucking teriyaki. I didn't have teriyaki, so I used Worcester sauce.
Whew.
And it came out looking like shit and smelling like shit.
Very sus.
It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. I'm gonna tell you, it was god awful. But yeah.
Anyways, I've got a couple of questions for Razor.
Yes.
I don't have near as many because I'm kind of bad about this sort of stuff in general.
Oh no, it's okay, because we're almost at like the 3 hour mark. We got like another half hour and 5 minutes to go.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to the part where we start roasting Yang Ye for his terrible Judgment cover. That's why we had it on the freaking title screen there.
Yeah, that is true.
All I'm saying, guys, all I'm saying is, I think I did a better job.
You did. Sure, I did a fantastic fucking job. You can look at the tweet. You know what? Let me link the tweet. I'm gonna link the fucking tweet here. Where is it? I'm gonna look at my likes. In the words of Rev, bro, your likes are public. Okay. She fucking killed it. Definitely go check this out. I'm gonna post it in Shiro's chat. And then I'm gonna post it in my chat as well.
Man, using your moderator access like that, I tell ya.
No, oh yeah, that's right. Moderators can drop links. I forgot.
Yeah. Anyways, back onto the question. So, got any funny stories from the military, Razor?
Oh, do I? Oh, fuck. Where do I begin? So, I remember this was really fucking funny. So, I was in the Army National Guard. So I remember, I think it was my second or third drill weekend with my National Guard unit. Because the way the National Guard works, right? You show up 1 weekend a month to your unit, and then you have a 2-week training exercise in the summer, right? So what happened was, it was my third drill weekend with my new guard unit. It's the new guy, right? I'm an E1 private. So if you, to kind of explain to those who aren't in the military, the civilians, so your rank and your pay grade, there's a letter and then a number, right? So if you're enlisted like a private, what the fuck? There was private second class, private first class. It'd be E1, your pay E1, E2, E3, right? And if you're a specialist, you're an E4. If you're a sergeant, you're an E5. If you're a staff sergeant, you're an E6, right? And if you're a sergeant first class, you're an E7. Well, my sergeant first class, my who was also my readiness NCO and my section sergeant, we were cooks. I was a cook in the Army. I came over. It was, I think it was the first night, because like we slept in the armory there.
Oh, jeez, I was sleep in the armory.
Yeah. No, not with the weapons and shit. Like, by armory, I mean, like, it was more than just an armory. It was, like, also, there was a gym, there was a basketball court, there was offices. It was more of an building that has
I was thinking
armory.
I was thinking you gotta, rest your head on a couple of the, the couple of rounds that the tanks use.
No. Oh, we didn't have that shit there. That actually was kept at a separate post. But anyway.
Makes sense.
So, my fucking section sergeant, he's like, Razor. He's like, I need you, Private Razor. I need you to get me a radio. And it's called a Prick-E. And there's two different kinds. There's a Prick-E 5 and a Prick-E 6. And I need you to go find so I'm not gonna say his name here. We're gonna say Sergeant Snuffy Joe. Ask him for the Pricky 6 because we're gonna need that for tomorrow. And I was such a dipshit. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. It went over my fucking head because I'm an idiot. So I go up to him and I go, Sergeant Snuffy Joe, the section sergeant said he needs your, he's looking for a Pricky 6. And he looked at me, unamused, and said, Private, do I look like a fucking radio to you? Because he was a staff sergeant. This like jaded, old, like red-faced former Marine, now National Guard staff sergeant is looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, Private? And I'm like, oh, well, Sergeant told me to look for it. And just for the rest of the weekend, he gave me shit. And every time another staff sergeant happened to be in the hallway and I happened to be next to, Staff Sergeant Snuffy Joe, he'd be like, hey, look, Private, it's a Pricky 6.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
As Sinister said, took me a while to figure out what it meant, and I love it.
Also, welcome, Sinister. How's your day been?
But yeah, oh god, the other funny story. Fuck. So with the army, right? You have your basic training, or what a lot of people like to call boot camp. The Marines call it boot camp. We call it basic training. And then there's a training that's after that called AIT, Advanced Individual Training, right? And the training it varies. It can be at any different post for any period of time for any particular job. So AIT is where you train for the job you sign up with your recruiter when you signed your contract, right? So originally, I actually wasn't supposed to be a cook. I was supposed to be a technician. Sadly, what happened was I got a really bad respiratory infection and I missed a lot of school. And I was falling behind. I couldn't keep up with everybody else.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was so pissed off because I could have gotten such fucking good job opportunities as an electronics technician.
Thank you for the follow, Admiral Baldbeard.
For fucking Apple, fucking Microsoft, whoever, right? I could have gotten so many jobs, so many doors could have opened to me, but unfortunately, it wasn't. I got fucked.
But then we might never have met, so it's
that is also true.
Bad.
True, yeah. I wouldn't trade it.
Probably wouldn't have been a VTuber in that case, or maybe you would have.
Yeah, maybe I would have. Yeah, I mean, shit. Tomomari is active army, and she's a fucking VTuber. Anyway, so the technicians, I was what was called a fire control repair technician, meaning you fix the circuit boards and the guidance systems on the A1 Abrams tank and the M2 Bradley fighting vehicle, which is that little tank you see that's kind of like an APC just with like a big gun mounted on it. Yeah, that thing. Now, that also made me upset because I actually really like tanks. And that would have been really fucking cool to be able to work on tanks. First off, I'm going to be honest with you. it's more impressive to say to people, hey, I fix electronics on tanks, than say, hey, I cook for the army. Because people think cook in the army is guy who takes a spoonful of slop and just plops it on the tray, which ain't the case. We would legit cook. But anyway, so I was at.
The part that I think really sucks about it, though, you don't need a license, Street. You don't need a license to drive an APC.
Yeah, actually, that's the crazy part. So, in a lot of infantry units, they all actually have to learn how to use the Bradley fighting vehicle. Yeah, so they need to know how to They need to know how to drive it. They need to know how to operate it, the gun, which is fucking crazy. So anyway, where I was at, it was like a campus, right? It was a new addition to Fort Lee, Virginia, and it was the campus to train members of the U.S. Army Ordnance Corps, which handles all the, all the weapon maintenance and repair, right? And EOD, for some reason, also fell under Ordnance Corps, even though EOD should be its own thing. So anyway, where I stayed at, the company I was with, was for fire control repair technicians, and it was also for essentially gunsmiths for the army, right? So you had the 91 Golf, which is a fire control repair technician, and then you had the 91 Fox, which is pretty much an army gunsmith, right? You work on weapons and you fix them all day, which is actually the MOS I actually really wanted to have. But sadly, they made me a fucking cook. Sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, that's really rough.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was in a shitty mood the whole fucking time. Training as a cook, I was like, this is so fucking lame. Anyway, going back to it, so I'm staying at Ordnance Island. That's what they called it, because it was surrounded by fucking highways and shit. And the only way to get back to the main Fort Lee, Virginia, was by bridges over the highways to get to the post. So it's getting close to lights out. So you would stand outside in the hallway of your dorm. You'd sit there with your dog tags in one hand and your CAC card in the other, CAC, right? It is your military ID card that has a little chip in it, and you actually use that chip and the little magnetic stripe to access different magnetic lock doors and to access computers on military posts. Anyway, we're standing out there. We got our ID cards out. We have our tags out, and the platoon sergeant assigned to the desk that night. I forget what the fucking call. I think it was CQ. Anyway, they come down the hallway. We stand at the position of parade rest, right? Which is putting your arms behind your back and your legs apart, shoulder width. So we're sitting there, and the sergeant goes down with his clipboard, and he takes a head count and makes sure everyone's there. Once you're done with the head count, you could go back in and get ready to go to bed. And we had a bunch of EOD dropouts. So a lot of people who fail at EOD training would be sent to our company because it was just convenient, and it's just like a few buildings down. And there were these group of EOD dropouts, and these guys are fucking nuts. EOD are insane. They're fucking crazy. And this one particular sergeant that was there for lights out, the EOD dropouts like to fuck with him. And this guy was this big stocky fucking no bullshit paratrooper. Right? He had the fucking jump wings on his uniform and everything, right? And he's doing the head count, and the EOD guys are nowhere to be found. He's like, and I lived right across from them. And he's like, where the fuck are the EOD guys? Where the fuck are they at? And then all of a sudden, fucking door opens up, and you just hear the song "It's Raining Men," and they fucking come out in togas made from the linen. And they got the little fucking wreaths around their fucking head made from the green tube socks that we have to wear with our combat uniform. And they start
Hallelujah.
dancing around him like a bunch of fucking Chippendales and shit. And the sergeant starts laughing. He can't stop laughing. He's not even mad. He's just fucking laughing.
Oh, that is hilarious.
We were all laughing. We could not fucking breathe. Oh my god, the shit they got away with. My fucking god. Yeah, that was a funny experience. That was really goddamn funny.
Yeah, the other nothing quite like a bunch of bored soldiers.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can come up with the ways to have fun in a shitty situation. You kind of have to have that kind of sense of humor, especially in that type of work.
Thank you for the raid.
Hello, Rexworth. Hello. You're just in time for some funny military stories. But I remember the other really funny situation. So the smoke pit, we were allowed to smoke.
Haze the Boo, welcome. How's your day been?
Most training posts, basic training, but certain AIT posts that you can train at, depending on the policy of at that particular training post or whatever unit you're with, you're allowed to smoke. You can allowed to have certain privileges like smoking. So and that's actually where I developed my habit of smoking cigars, was during my time in AIT. At least
it's classier than cigarettes, right?
Yeah, that is true. Well, it was also my 21st birthday party, and I was away from home, and I wasn't able to. We weren't allowed to drink, so smoking a cigar was the next best thing. Anyway, someone kept trashing the smoke pit, and a lot of us assumed it was just assholes not wanting to clean up after themselves, so they ruin it for the rest of us. And we would, first, a lot of us that like to smoke, we would make fucking sure that the smoke pit was clean, right? And we were like, what the fuck's going on? We've been keeping the smoke pit clean. Why the fuck is there trash? Are the NCOs just fucking with us? And then one night, it's close to lights out. This is on a weekend. I'm on my laptop, and I look out the window of my dorm, and there's a fucking raccoon digging through the fucking trash, knocking shit over, spilling trash everywhere like the fucking piece of shit it is.
Freaking love raccoons.
And we were pissed off. We were screaming like, get the fuck away, you fucking trash panda. You're fucking ruining our goddamn smoke pit. And half these guys are smokers.
Trash panda exists for that long?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember. But like, I think one of them said, get your Sly Cooper looking ass away from the smoke pit.
You know, the word Cooper is apparently massively offensive in some regions.
Really?
Regions, yeah.
I always assumed Cooper was a type of cheese.
Huh?
You know, Cooper is a type of cheese. Apparently, it's really good cheese, too.
I did not know that.
It's very addictive, apparently.
Yeah, but it's like apparently supposedly massively offensive in some regions.
Let's not say that word again. Anyway.
I mean, it's a niche thing. Most people don't find it offensive.
I mean, that is also true. But yeah, that ship was... Oh, God.
It's just a bit of trivia why I think, why the game Sly Cooper was, I think, called Sly Fox in some regions. I think it was mostly the PAL regions. I can't remember for sure, though.
Gotcha. Man, you're having me bring up, like, a lot of, like, old memories, like, good memories. I miss those days, honestly.
Well, I certainly hope you at least feel a bit better after the stream, after we're done.
Yeah, I do wish that the military worked out more. if I hadn't gotten that back injury that prevented me from taking record PT tests so that I could get promoted and like, you know, didn't interfere with like my work, you know, I'd probably be in a different situation right now. But you know what? Fuck it. Shit happens. You can't
Sadly, we
always
can't look back on what could have been and expect
yeah,
anything
I mean,
different.
it was out of my control. I mean, I didn't fucking plan to get a back injury. Shit happens. It just wasn't meant to be. I was in a deep ass depression for a while when it didn't work out. You're not gonna lie. Um, you know, I spent so much time and like effort into getting through the training and then getting to my unit and everything, and then getting the fucking back injury. It just sucks.
Certainly
You know.
does have to make you. I don't blame you for feeling at least a bit salty about it.
Oh, I was really salty. I mean, the cook shit, right? It annoyed me, yeah, but you know what? It was a job, and I learned to accept it. I was like, you know what? My role is important in its own way. You know, logistics play a big part.
An
They
army
actually play
can't
a
run on an empty
significant part.
stomach.
No, it cannot. Also, logistics is like one of the biggest fucking winning factors in a war too. Like, if the logistics is shit, then your side's gonna
If
lose.
you
You
can't get
know?
stuff to the front lines, there's nothing that you can do. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main things that got us to fucking win World War II and beat Nazi Germany. It wasn't even just because of like how fucking good our soldiers were fighting and everything and the technology we had. It
it's the
was
big thing
also
that
our
that's the
logistics.
big thing about the Union won the Civil War. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it
think it
was
was
logistics.
rail systems that were developed during the time.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. Yeah, the Confederates had
Beans,
really shitty
bullets, and
logistics.
bodies. That's how we'll win.
You know, actually, the Civil War has submarine warfare.
Oh, seriously?
Early submarine warfare. Yeah, the submarines were hand cranked.
I did not know that. That is wild.
Yeah, it's some fucking crazy shit, ain't it?
Alright,
Yeah,
so. Oh, sorry.
there were like no traditional torpedoes or anything like that, but landmines were also used in that war too. They were like clay pots, kind of.
Yeah, the Civil
And at the
War
time,
takes place in a very interesting time. Like, everything is getting vaguely. Like, it's not quite at the level of what World War One showed. But, like, you
yeah.
could kind of see the groundwork for it.
Interesting fact too. The British actually funded and supplied the Confederates.
It's kind of weird. I did not know
That is
that.
kind of weird. Well, yeah, the Union used Springfield flintlock rifles, and the Confederates actually used, well, they used a hodgepodge of everything, but like one of the more common rifles they used were Lee Enfield flintlocks.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, Enfield
I kind of
flintlock
thought
rifles.
caplock was a bit more common at the time.
It might have been. I don't know. They used everything. They had
Or sorry,
French.
no,
They had
percussion caps. That's what the term was.
they had all sorts of like different firearms. They had muskets. They had rifles. They used lever actions.
You
Everything.
just can't beat a good old-fashioned flintlock, though.
Flintlocks are they're classy. They're nice. I like lever action though, personally.
Uses too much powder, though.
Yeah. I always found it funny though how in Ghost Recon Wildlands you could one hit a helicopter with a fucking musket.
It's beautiful.
It was just funny. Like I was playing with Scarlet, and I remember my first instinct was to get the musket
You
where we
know,
had two Apaches attacking us.
for legal purposes, a musket is not considered a firearm.
Yeah, there you go.
Just saying,
There's it.
guys. Just
Yeah,
saying,
so if you live
guys.
in California,
If you want to own a musket for home defense, you can.
a musket is considered a power tool. What the fuck, action
Wait,
bastard?
seriously?
That's fucking funny. Yeah, I guess it's a cordless hole puncher.
Also, contrary to what some politicians will tell you, yes, you can legally own a cannon.
Yes, it was the first legal weapon that was actually allowed for civilian use after the revolution.
Yeah, they're just like the freaking sailors went up and they were just
sailor,
like
yeah.
Yeah, they were just walked up to the founding fathers, be like, so like, are we allowed to own cannons? And it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, there's pirates out there. Come on.
Yeah, literally one of the first legally acquired weapons was a fucking cannon. So don't give me that bullshit that I can't have a tank or a flamethrower.
Legally, you can own a tank. It just has to be, all the weapons have to be like, removed. Like the chassis, yeah, you can have that.
That's no fun.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it
no
isn't.
Fun. Boo.
Just
Having a tank without
1975
functional weapons is like having a cake without the frosting.
I agree.
Anyway,
So,
what was your
since
next
we're on the topic, the old tired argument of the founding fathers couldn't foresee automatic firearms. Bruh, puckle gun.
Yeah, but puckle gun. Look that shit up later on Forgotten Weapons. It's a good YouTube channel.
Yep.
Everyone loves that.
There was also a lot of stuff. I think you got like some early shotguns. Like there was a lot of crazy stuff. Like weapon development back in those days was some of the most cursed stuff you can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so since we're on the topic of weapons and things being outlawed, so Razor, if you could afford the tax stamps, what sort of guns would you own?
Oh fuck! What wouldn't I own? That's a good
question. That is a good question. The 9-barrel shotgun. Oh my god, I think I've seen that one.
That actually sounds fun. All right, I'm gonna add that to the list, my wish list. No, but no seriousness.
It'd be a 4-barreled blunderbuss.
I would like to get an AA-12. It is a drum-fed, fully automatic shotgun.
Oh god!
It is so lightweight, and the recoil is so easy to manage. You can one-hand that motherfucker, and still score headshots.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I would love an AA-12. The other gun I would like, oh fuck, AA-12, a AR-15 with full auto capability.
I mean, wouldn't that just be the
not even an AR-15. Fuck the AR-15. No, let's get a fucking M4A1.
Yeah,
just
M4,
like the one I had in my guard unit. I love the M4A1. Hope M4A1 assigned to me in my guard unit. It was a beautiful rifle. Her name was Jacqueline. I miss Jacqueline very much. She had a non-standard issue buttstock, a foregrip, and an ACOG scope. And she was fucking fantastic. She was actually very easy to clean.
And most of all,
she was easy to clean.
She was yours.
Yes, I took very good care of her. She didn't gather a lot of dirt even after the range, and I cleaned her very well. She was cleaner than a nun's pussy.
That's gonna be the worst part about, like, going in the military and then leaving. You don't get to keep the guns!
Yeah, they actually used to back in the day, actually, believe it or not.
I tell ya.
Did you ever see the movie Gran Torino? In that, Clint Eastwood plays a grumpy old Korean war vet, and he actually brought his M1 Garand with him. Yeah, he got to keep it. Yeah, they did used to do that at one point back in the day, but not anymore. God, not anymore.
Yeah, it was the freaky. I bet it was probably after the firearms control.
No, I think it was like Vietnam is when they stopped.
Oh, frick, that was before that then, wasn't it? Or
no, Korea was before Vietnam. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again. I know you can bring some of your
Firearm Control Act started. Wasn't that like the 80s?
I think so. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But one of the things I do know is that you can actually bring, currently, you can bring your own handgun with you.
Yeah, and there's no wars where you can get cool spoils of war, so it sucks.
Yeah, you can't, like, after killing a couple, Iraqi Republican Guard or a couple Taliban, you can't just take their fucking AK as a war trophy. That sucks. It takes the whole fun out of it.
I know, right? Like, seriously.
Like, come on.
The best you get is maybe like a freaking rusty knife that he had on him that is just like, yeah, some some tourist I found had this.
I've heard some cool shit that people have gotten while being deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Oh, really?
Like, one of them was, one guy got his mom because the carpets they make over there, they're not one carpet is like the other. They're all weaved in a very like intricate pattern. Like they're all their own unique pattern.
I bet I think that's one of those things you gotta get when you go if you go.
He got it for his mom. He generously paid the guy to put one together for his mom with the colors that she liked. And what the fuck do you think his mom did with it?
What you do?
She uses a fucking bath rug. Which is very offensive because what happened was one day she called contractors over who were Muslim.
That sucks.
And yeah, they saw that they were so fucking pissed off, and I don't fucking blame them because it's a prayer rug. It's a prayer rug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plays a significant part in their fucking culture.
That sucks so much. Also, the pipe gun that had from 1943 that had a silencer rigged on it. That sounds so cursed, but so freaking great at the same time.
The Sten Mark II. Yeah, it was a fucking submachine gun that the British made for their commandos. It was actually the first submachine gun to have a suppressor on it.
It's freaking. That's just crazy.
Here's the fucking crazy part too. So it was designed so that the receiver, right?
Yeah.
It could be fed and it could accept and feed captured German MP40 submachine gun magazines.
Wow, that's clever.
It's really fucking clever. So could you imagine you're a squad of British commandos, or you're a bunch of British paratroopers or regular infantry, and you're behind enemy lines, and you're running out of ammo for your SMG. All you gotta do, go over to a dead German, take a couple of his fucking magazines, and there you go. You're ready to go?
Yeah. Seriously, they invented the thing of picking up ammo and reusing it before video games did.
Yeah, they did that in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is actually really fucking cool. I'm glad they paid attention to that, because if
honestly,
you go around
with your... I wish more games did stuff like that, personally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if you went around with your
ammunition and magazines, that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. They still kind of do that.
Yeah, but not many. Not anything mainstream.
Not many,
you know?
Yeah. That is true. Yeah. So next weapon. Shit. So I said an AA-12. I want an AA-12, an M4A1 with full auto capability.
Absolutely, your girl from back when you served.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, she was actually semi-automatic and burst function now.
Oh, okay.
I'd like semi-automatic burst and full auto.
Don't worry, you can have her get a little work done, that's all, you know.
I mean, that's true. But here's the crazy part too. We never really used the burst function on those rifles. We were actually trained to fire in what's called controlled pairs, so we double tap.
I don't know why you. I don't really know why you'd really use burst function.
Well, controlled pairs is a lot more effective. That's why, like, a lot of European countries with their militaries, they have their rifles having a 2-burst option instead of a 3-round burst option.
Recoil. Okay, I guess recoil makes sense.
Yeah, the recoil can play a part, but also, like, I'm sorry, 3-round bursts, you're gonna eat up your ammo quick. Firing in controlled pairs.
Isn't the FAMAS designed to take a mag that isn't a freaking number of 3 and it does 3-round bursts?
No, that's the receiver that does that. That's the receiver that does that.
No. I'm just like saying, like, there's a gun that, like, it's a I think it's like I think it's like something that the UN uses or something.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
It's a gun. It has like 3-round bursts. I think it's the FAMAS, but like the standard mag for it isn't a freaking. Is it integer? It isn't It can't be divided by 3, the number of rounds that the standard mag takes.
What the fuck? That's weird. I'll have to
Yeah.
look into that. But yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
The fuck? But yeah, for weapons, I'd say AA-12, absolutely. Full auto shotgun, what's not to like? Throw some fucking Dragon's Breath in there, too.
Ooh, you'd freaking burn the place down with that, seriously.
Yes, burn the motherfuckers. M4A1 with full auto.
I kind of don't think the Dragon's Breath would be that effective, though, most of the time, though.
Shit. If I could legally get away with owning one, I would definitely get an MG42.
Oh, geez,
the
fucking big boy.
Buzzsaw. Yeah, the one that makes the scary fucking buzzing sound.
Oh my god!
Fucking would love an MG42. Yeah. If I could get a working replica of RoboCop's handgun, the Auto 9, the fucking 3-round burst handgun, that'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I could probably get a Beretta M9 and just have it kitted out to look like it, because there is a 3-round burst version of the Beretta. It's called the M3, the Beretta M3. M3R, I think it is, I'm not sure. But then, I'd like to get Solid Snake's handgun, the SOCOM, which is the Mark 19. Or the Mark 23, I'm sorry, the Mark 23, with the fucking laser aim flashlight module and the nice, big, cool-looking suppressor. Shit.
I like the aesthetic of suppressors. I think they look cool.
Yeah, I'd say I'd want a Barrett 50 cal, but after seeing Kentucky Ballistics have his blow up twice on him, fuck that. I would like a 50 cal Glock though, just because it's just interesting.
Maybe just pick up one of those custom 50 cal AKs.
Oh damn it. Actually, the AK-50 is still in prototype. It's not even a prototype yet. It's still being worked on.
I mean, that's a freaking
Brandon Herrera,
right
I hope
there.
he fucking finishes the AK-50.
Like, that's like a freaking, like, they're going for like a fully auto 50 cal.
Yeah, there's a 50 cal
gun.
Glock. Yeah, there's a Glock 50 cal. Yeah, there's a 50 cal Glock. Look at Kentucky Ballistics.
I bet that's a freaking wrist breaker. Like, seriously.
Let's see. Desert Eagle. I'd like to get a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, but you can get that without the... I'm asking about that tax stamp, you know?
Oh, tax stamps. Oh, we're talking like exotic bitches.
Yeah, we're talking the stuff that the government doesn't want you to have, but they can't force it. The best they can do is just tax it into oblivion.
Ooh, okay. Well then, if that's the fucking case, I'd say like M240 Bravo light machine gun. Go with Uzi, full auto. Fucking Thompson.
For home defense, of course.
Yes. Yes, for when the Martians attack. A Thompson submachine gun.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Just having that classic, you know. Especially with like the drum mag.
Let's see, fucking MP40 submachine gun. A lot of World War II weapons, honestly. A lot of World War II weapons.
I think you can own those legally. It's mostly just like, you know.
You'd have to say you're like a collector.
They're collector's pieces.
But so here's the thing with the ATF, which I fucking despise the ATF because... So there used to be a reality show called Sons of Guns, and it was about like a family of gunsmiths. And one episode, this guy comes in, and he wants to get his MG42 fixed because the fucking ATF, he bought it from a German seller, right?
Yeah.
And he had to get it shipped over here, and then customs and the fucking ATF took a blowtorch and cut the fucking barrel off of it.
Those freaky... Oh my god!
That's a piece of history, you fucking moron.
That is freaking messed up. Oh my god.
It's stupid. It is so fucking stupid.
Dude.
This is why I think the ATF needs to be fucking abolished. Stupid shit like that.
That's freaking destruction of property. That's liable for a freaking
destruction of property, and it's also tampering with historical artifacts.
I mean, seriously, this ain't something that, like if it's from World War II, it's a historical artifact, like, seriously.
Yeah, there's not a lot of MG42s fucking left after the war. the ones that are still around, actually, the German army still uses the MG42. That's a testament to how fucking good of a weapon it is. Of course, they call it the MG3 now. It's just an
100%.
MG42 with just a brand new.
They need to abolish the ATF.
Yes, abolish the ATF. Yes. In the words of Pipkin Pippa, ATF hate.
I mean, I can agree with that.
Yeah, but in all fucking seriousness, though, like, oh my god, we could be here all day about me talking about guns I'd like to have.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'll be real with you. I mostly just, I kind of realized a long time ago, don't look at stuff you can't afford. I don't look at guns too much because
of course, though, I would like an XM8. I would like a functional XM8.
If I have a ton of, if I manage to get a ton of money, what I'll probably use it for is guns and sending random assorted animal feces to people who I don't like.
You gotta be careful though, because you're just saying like the animal poop, sending animal poop to people. That's
Is it illegal?
No, I'm just saying you're asking for some legal trouble. That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
That's why you do it through anonymous senders.
Anyway, what was your next question?
So Razor, you have a little Italian in you?
Yes, I do.
That's the whole question.
Although depending on what one you ask, I have a lot of Italian in me, if you know what I mean.
Oh my. That's basically all I had as far as questions go, though.
Gotcha. Okay.
So wanna
yeah,
make fun of how Yang Ye has been destroying the Yakuza series?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Yang Ye is a YouTuber who used to do gaming news, and I kind of stopped following him after his Metal Gear Solid 5 coverage, because I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't too impressed with Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, gameplay-wise, fucking fantastic. Visual-wise, amazing. Acting-wise, was alright. I think Kiefer Sutherland, everyone did a great job except for Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland basically phoned in that fucking line. I'm sorry. I couldn't buy him as Big Boss. It was just Big Boss.
I'll be real with you. He got the role exclusively because of the fact that he was a well-known
celebrity.
Actor.
Yeah, yes. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hashtag not my type.
Wait, oh my god! Kiefer Sutherland got to play Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5 for the same reason Yang Ye got to play freaking Kiryu in Yakuza Like a Dragon Gaiden in Infinite Wealth.
Wait, he voiced him more than one game?
Well, yeah, the Gaiden and Infinite Wealth. They're two different games. I think Gaiden's supposed to play a bit more like a traditional Yakuza game, whereas Infinite Wealth is more that RPG style.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
Gaiden is kind of supposed to be a bit of a side story to figure out where the story of Joryu. Is that what it's said? I can't remember what the freaking alias is. It's a meme, okay? It's a meme.
It's all good.
Not Kiryu, but it actually is him. But like, we're gonna pretend it's not him because we're so freaking hilarious around here. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played Big Boss.
Yeah. The fake Big Boss.
It is an argument that can be made. But technically, he also did voice Big Boss officially because I'm pretty sure he did voice him in a couple of audio tapes. And
Young Ye,
Ground Zero is where it was Big Boss. But
I saw a clip of him singing.
Oh my god!
One of the songs from the game. I think it was Punishment.
Judgment.
Judgment, and he was so fucking bad. Oh my fucking god! He sounded like someone's middle-aged dad.
In my opinion,
after a night of drinking.
If you are gonna play a Yakuza protagonist, I legitimately think that the ability to sing is kind of important.
Yeah, it's a requirement.
I'm sorry. We are past the days when Saejima could just say, singing's not really my thing. You know? Like, we're past those days. Frick, even he was the first guy to sing Baka Mitai in the middle of a freaking delusion that he was having in prison because he was freaking bored. Complicated.
Dear Lord.
Anyways. No, see, I mean, look, karaoke isn't a major part of the Yakuza series, but it's a part where it's big enough to the point where these are fully produced songs. The people who sing them are freaking talented. Dude, the voice actor for Majima hates doing karaoke, but he does some of the best karaoke the series has ever seen.
Really? He fucking hates karaoke.
Yeah, the same guy.
I thought that was like a really popular fucking thing in Japan, though.
Well, no, he doesn't like doing karaoke because he thinks he's terrible at it. Have you heard 24 Hours Cinderella?
No.
No? It's the one where Majima, you may have seen it. It's the one where Majima's
is that
on
the one
skates.
where he's in drag?
No. He doesn't do any of the karaoke songs in drag, no.
What, Majima?
No. I mean, he does do drag at some point, but he doesn't do any of the karaoke songs in drag. I mean, Goromi is a completely unrelated character to Majima and best girl ever in the series and Kiryu's one true love.
Oh my fucking god.
I like Yakuza. I'm a big fan, okay? I'm a big fan of Yakuza.
See, I need to get into the series. I don't really... Like, a lot of these references and shit I don't get.
I know. I don't trust me, Razor.
The thing is, there are so many fucking Yakuza games.
You start from 0 and you go up through the numbers.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can keep up with them.
Hey, you know, Razor, the thing is, you don't have to do it
games.
all at once.
I mean, that's true. That is true.
Like, you can do it, like, you know, just, like, you know, like, even if you just want to, like, you know... My point is, I legitimately think you'll enjoy it because the series is just legitimately insane. Not to mention, just in general, the freaking brawler gameplay is legitimately great, in my opinion. I love the way the games play. Could also watch one of those lore videos that explains everything. That's cheating! But, like... No, but anyways, I'm getting off topic. When, like, seriously, the same guy who sang 24 Hours Cinderella and just, like, gave it his all. Like, this didn't sound like a man who was memeing. This sounded like somebody who legitimately believed in what he was singing and was legitimately enjoying himself. And then you get freaking Yongye's freaking dead delivery of Kiryu, like, seriously. Because the guy's voice is too high-pitched to be able to do anything remotely deep, you know? It's ridiculous.
So, Shirai, I hate to cut us short here.
I know. We're over 3 hours.
Yeah, we're over 3 hours, and, people are trying to sleep.
Okay. I got you, Isa.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go and do a raid.
Yeah, who we raiding?
That's a good fucking question.
Who's looking submissive and raidable tonight?
What are you taking my fucking...
Everybody's taking your line, Razor. I guess I'll go with whoever you go with. Yeah, but Yongye's rendition of Judgment. On top of the fact that, like, it's in English, which automatically is a massive freaking... just makes it sound a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like, it was just terrible delivery. Like, fundamentally just felt bad.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we're gonna go raid an Nymphy.
Alright then. We're raiding Nymphy.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone tonight's doing pretty well as far as numbers go.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, we're gonna go raid an Nymphy. You guys all have a good night.
Is.
Yep. That's right. Okay, I did get the spelling right. Okay. Alright. Get the fucking raid message going here.
So, guess as far as I'll just give you guys my, my heading off stuff. So, next stream will probably be Monday. Depends on how I'm feeling, but we'll see how stuff goes, as well as just how things go in general. Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah. Alright, well, I will, here's the raid message for you, Shira.
Thank you, Razor.
For your chat, yep. Alright, we're gonna go raid our friend Nymphy. She is playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, I guess, first impressions. But yeah, I'll, see you guys Monday. And, like I always say, live well, laugh often, do good, and die great. See you guys later.
Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Alright, well, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Schizzo Sessions. Have a good night, everybody.
Night!
Night.